Hi everyone, we're back. How are we all going today? We are back with our Call of Cthulhu cast members, ramping up and getting used to playing Call of Cthulhu and getting used to playing with each other, which sounded better in my head, but we'll just keep moving on.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been enjoying playing with each other, right?
I have been abused by my comrades.
So, as we ramp up to a very long-running Call of Cthulhu campaign, we're getting used to bouncing off each other, playing different character ideas, getting used to the 1920s feel, and as part of that, this week we are playing Deadlight, which is a little bit of a one-shot. There's a lot of one-shots and a lot of convention play games for Call of Cthulhu, which are really amazing, and that's what we're doing today. You can help the channel by donating. Every donation you put in helps the channel. It's fantastic. Fun shows like this and for the big campaign with artwork and overlays, etc. Today for our show, every donation is a D6. So every donation of $1 or 100 bits gives that person essentially D6 in luck. Because luck's really important. If you don't have luck, if you're the lowest luck specifically, you're the one targeted for random events. If you just miss a skill, you can spend your luck to actually get a bit higher, and that's getting really, really good. He's just like, oh, good. Okay. So that's how luck works. If you subscribe, you can also get give everybody that D6 donation of luck, and if you do a gift subscription, everybody gets 2. That's 2D6. This week we're not going to have it luck or sanity, it's just luck, and we're not taking away from sanity if you get luck, which we did last time, because that was just really evil. I was kind of tormenting and being really mean, because I do that in The Haunting. I like playing The Haunting, or at least running it. So our overlay is a bit skewed, so I'm going to have to fix that in a moment. But also in the background we have Syrinscape, because Syrinscape is amazing. They do specific Call of Cthulhu sound sets. This is just the 1920s car travelling music, because we start off in a car travelling. But if you would like to start introducing yourselves, not a single player is in the right spot. So how about we try... I can't even know where to start in this case. Snoozy, would you like to try do the start, and I'll start putting people back into where they need to be.
Wait, am I now a former boxer?
No, I'll be moving you to where you need to be.
Oh,
Costume
okay.
change, quick.
Yeah. So total professionals here, as always.
I
There we go. So who are you? What is your character? What are you playing today?
let me bring up my quick bio of myself, which I carry a card of in my wallet at all times. My name is Lillian Bergeron. I was born in Montreal, Canada. You don't need to know about my parents or my childhood. Suffice it to say that I lost my dear, dear brother in the war, the Great War, and after that, I left and I continued nursing, which was what I was doing during the war. But
Quick bio. Who are you playing? What's your profession?
Oh,
That's
okay.
all we
I'm
really
Lily,
need. We don't need our
sorry.
backstory.
I'm Lily Bergeron. I'm a voracious reader, as you can tell from these spectacles I'm wearing. And because of my love of mystery novels, I became a private eye after quitting nursing. And
That's a quick bio. Awesome.
That's the one.
That's a good one. Phoenix.
Good evening. Tonight I am playing Jacob Carfax. I am a wealthy man from England, from a textile family, and, well, business gets a bit boring, and I like to explore the world when I have an opportunity. And tonight I'm looking at investing in a boxing gym. We'll see what happens.
Totally not anything to do with that. But fantastic. That's the backstory we made up about why everyone's here. Cest Caitlin.
Hello, my name is Caitlin. Tonight I'm going to be playing Edouard Mansoir. He was a talented fighter, and even when he was enrolled in the French military, and he became so recognized in the world, but afterwards he went back to his roots. He went back to fighting and is now teaching children, but the funds run low, and I have to make monies elsewhere, even if that includes letting others bolster my finances.
Fantastic. Eon?
Hi, I'm Eon, and I'm going to be playing Rose, who is a fresh university graduate from the Boston University School of Medicine. I'm here just to make sure that everyone stays patched up, especially our sporty friend.
Oh, mais c'est moi? Et sporty friend? Ah. Je suis très sporty.
Oui.
If they start speaking French, I've got no idea.
We will work on your accent, mon friend.
Mon friend.
Mon friend. Mon ami.
Follow me.
Yeah, if this is a French show, I'm sorry, I can't help.
It cancels. Just cancel.
Just sorry.
Je ne parle pas français.
I'm going to very quickly pull up the 1920s equivalent of Google Translate.
Heck yeah. Just a book. It's a French. It's not French.
J'ai parlé un petit français. J'ai parlé très très mal.
Hey, très
J'ai
mal.
comprends le français.
Oh!
Okay.
Muy bien. No.
Muy bien.
Ça va?
Très
Ça va
magnifique.
bien.
Très magnifique.
Ça va? Anyway,
Oh, man.
so that's all I know about French anyway. So we start our expedition where the entire group is traveling north. Yeah, so multicultural as heck apparently. The entire group is traveling north out of Arkham on the northern road, and it's a dark night. And despite racing the rain on your way northwards, the storm has finally caught up with you in earnest. So the storm has caught up with you in earnest, and with it the night has fallen. Abyssal black and riven by lightning, the conditions on the rain-stripped road force your speed down to a crawl, so that your headlamps can barely pierce the gloom and keep you on the path. The only thing for certain now is that the weather behind you is worse than the weather which stands in front of you. Driving onwards is the only solution. What should have been an eventless journey has become something dangerous and unpredictable. Without warning, something runs in front of the path of your car. A pale figure rears up as out of nowhere you swerve and hit the brakes to avoid hitting it. Drive check, please.
Way to start this. All right, survey says.
Oh,
You say life check?
Drive check.
yeah, life check.
Right.
Am I still living?
Drive check.
Oops.
There was a debate
That's for later campaign.
on who's going to be the driver. The person that has
But
the
I
drive
made it.
skill and the person that doesn't. But a success. You have just enough time to realize that the figure is a human, her eyes wide open and her mouth open in a breathless scream as you miss the woman that drums out in front of you. But it wasn't really a huge enough success, and the car still goes off the road just slightly. So it doesn't hit any trees, doesn't damage the car, but it's stalled across the road. There's this woman in front of you, and here's a picture.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
this poor mademoiselle.
dear.
We should go help her.
Yeah. She looks injured. And Rose would want to get out of the car. I know it's pouring rain, but she's going to want to try and go out just to try and talk to the woman, since
I would go with you.
that's... Right?
Moments after you leave the safety of the car, you're already sopping wet.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how hard the rain is going. Let's get the rain and everything working, shall we?
Ooh.
There we go. So, moments after stepping out of the car, you're already soaked with rain. The woman is clearly in shock. She's only semi-conscious to your eyes. She seems to be suffering from borderline exposure even. She's clearly not dressed for the outdoors. She's soaked to the skin, disheveled in her clothes, which are torn from possibly running through the woods. She seems to even have what looks maybe to be a mere bruise on her forehead. Maybe even a small hematoma coming up.
Could I get a look at her and see if there's, like, any life-threatening looking injuries on her right now before we try and...
First aid or medicine?
Alright. I think my first aid is higher, so...
And I will help you lift her to the car.
That is a wonderful way to start with my typical luck.
Fantastic. It's a great night already. Oh, wait. We started a bit early. How much luck does everybody have?
80.
50 luck?
50.
So everyone's got 50?
Also 50, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 50,
Halve
50, 50.
that. That's what you start with. It's a one shot. I'm not going to give you 50 luck.
What
That's fine.
You are an evil man.
I'm not allowing everyone to have 50 luck in one shot. You have 25 luck.
Alright, don't mind me while I dunk my luck in the toilet.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you 50
You
luck
didn't
for
dump
one
it, the
shot.
Game Master did.
That's so true. I look inside
So,
my heart and I feel less lucky.
With the rain coming down outside the car, you can't really see if there's anything life threatening, but you could just from a cursory glance, like she's clearly she'll be suffering from exposure, is easily tellable. You don't know what caused the hematoma, or if that's life threatening or not, but that's certainly an issue. She is wearing, as you take her onto the car, and now there's some light. Neurocroc, thank you for your gift subscription. Snoozy James, welcome. You're now a part of the Goblin Cave subscribers. So everyone gets D6 luck. You can roll that and add that to your luck. Hopefully you're rolling all ones, but hey, we'll see.
Oh man, you cursed me.
I will say, with everyone starting at 25, it means that there's no one that's going to be the random victim. Now the randomness starts of the victimhood.
Wait, I should have clicked on luck.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
I'm
just
still...
just roll and then add to it. If you do edit character, then do it. But we'll get back to the story while you're doing that.
Are you trying to go under or?
No. You roll D6 and add that to your luck. So you're adding it to it. You're editing. Your luck will go up by that D6 random number. So in your case, it'll be 1 because you rolled so high, and you now have the lowest.
Don't worry, I am right behind you. 27.
Yeah.
D7.
Well,
31.
in my younger days, I was familiar with being pursued first, so I'm used to it.
So now that the woman is in the car, She's wearing what would normally be house clothes, so not suitable for the outside weather. She doesn't have anything on her, save for what seems to be a golden locket or maybe a coin on a silver antique chain around her neck.
I'll shrug off my jacket and put it around her.
I was gonna say, like, the first two steps of like actual first aid would be to make sure she's able to respond to, she's conscious and able to respond, or at least acknowledge you speaking to her, and then to cover her if she's suffering from exposure.
So I will rub her shoulder and be like, hello, mademoiselle, hello, ça va?
Can I get a first aid then?
Oh. Hey guys, so I get into a lot of fights, but I don't necessarily heal up those on my own. You know what I'm saying? I
didn't expect you to. I was kind of wondering why you were taking the lead on this. Okay.
It's just because I was there. And I felt pressure.
And in Call of Cthulhu, the person rolls is the person that took the lead.
Oh, the first date's not too bad.
Okay. That's just... Was that a roll? That was just a number.
It says 47. I think I'm supposed to... Let me roll it.
Est-ce que ça va?
Okay.
And don't forget to automatically enable 3D dice and automatically roll 3D dice.
Apologize.
So they roll...
That's why I forgot my dice.
I forgot to prompt that. That's how we do things here.
My dice.
My dice.
My brand. My dice. Okay, so this should...
Even mine wasn't on.
There we go.
There we go.
That's my roll.
39 out of what? It doesn't...
Oh, it doesn't say. Ew. Well, one second. So it's a 39 out of 30. You know what?
So they failed. Would you like to spend luck?
I am. I like this lady, so I'll blow some luck. I'll blow 9 luck.
9 luck already. Awesome. It's started.
I live, laugh, love easy. You know what I'm saying?
Started. So, you do elicit a response. Only, like, you elicit a response of, grandfather. And then before she passes out, the light.
Oh.
And now you have an unconscious woman drenched in your car.
She was talking about her grandfather. I wonder if he was looking after her, if she was looking after him in the light. Maybe it would lighthouse nearby.
Well, we should probably make sure.
I mean, it could be lightning. She's speaking of. We are in the middle of a storm.
True? Yeah. Zephyr.
Maybe she was hit by a car. She saw some headlights.
It looks like she was hit by something.
She doesn't seem to have been hit by a car. She seems like she suffered a very specific head injury.
Well, I do think. Do we know where we are? Is there anywhere close by we can try and take her? Like, we can. Obviously, she's better off in here than she was, out in the rain. But she's obviously injured, and I don't really want to leave her just unconscious in the back of a vehicle.
Local knowledge, please.
Maybe a hospital.
Are you familiar with the local area?
I'm trying to think what that'd be. Would that be
Arkham?
Survival or just education? Or
it's actually written down here as no roll. So it's a knowledge roll. Straight knowledge.
Oh, okay, so
straight off your ability
knowledge
score.
should be... Yeah, it should be an education, I believe. Aha!
Dang!
It's an extreme success regardless, but...
Got them smarts.
You remember you've driven this road before, and you remember that there's a gas station that was recently opened up a few years ago, and a cafe that's linked to it. Not too far up the road, you believe. It's hard to tell in the rain, but you should be close.
All right. Then I think that might be the best place for us to start heading towards if If that is all right.
Mr. Carfax? Wait, no. Yes?
I think that was, yeah.
Carfax, yes.
MrCarfax.com, if you may. Take us
Can you
in.
show me
Not
your
a
credit
sponsor.
report?
No. Very, very well. Then let us see if we can get this young lady to help. And we will try to get out of the ditch.
Oh, yes.
Can I have a mechanical repair roll for your car, please, Mr. Carfax?
Okie dokie.
Does he get
Is
a
anyone
bonus
good
on
at
that?
that?
Because his name
I
is...
can.
No, not because of the name. I'm not getting you a bonus because of the name.
I need a Carfax bonus.
Oh,
So,
no.
The-
No.
as you try to start the car, it stalls and it seems to keep on stalling. You think the water has gotten in from the storm into places in the engine, which back then are quite delicate when it comes to outside elements, especially a storm this
Oh,
heavy.
dear. I'm not an expert on cars, but I don't think that's a good sound.
Well, I believe the only other option at this point is to walk and see if we can find some assistance.
Should we
I
leave her in the
suppose.
car? She really needs to be left here with... I mean, she needs to be warm.
I would not subject a delicate soul to this kind of weather.
Would someone
She
like to
should
push
stay.
that roll to fix the car?
Well,
I'm not.
will.
I have no knowledge
is
of
it?
it, so.
Mechanical repair.
Mechanical
Yeah.
repair.
I got
I
a
can-
10.
Yeah, I have it. I have it as well.
I can try giving it another whirl, but if it doesn't work, it could go
Probably-
poorly in this weather.
Noting that pushing a roll doesn't always just have consequences, but in this case, if Jacob is the one pushing the roll, you have to choose another skill to push the roll.
Oh,
You have to roll another one. I'll let someone else try to do a mechanical.
If I go up and push the car and you were in here to drive it, like put it down into second gear, and we start that way, do you think that would maybe be more helpful?
Caitlin, are you asking to use a drive roll instead of you pushing the roll?
Yes. Yeah. if I were to go out and basically, because if we have a better drive, then we have a machine repair. So if we do it that way, could we use drive instead?
Yes.
All
There's
right.
consequences though.
I'll take over
I
this
have
one.
no doubt.
I know some cars similar to this one. Give me a second. And I do the thing. And I do it so successfully. Good gosh, guys. I get there up and running. She just needs a bit of a delicate touch. She's a sensitive soul, this car. Mwah, and I give it a little kiss. You must treat her like a fine woman. Despite my appearance is 90.
Didn't you basically start the car, or did we start the car on the assumption that it's like moving forwards? So aren't you like currently behind the car in the rain?
Yeah, no, and I do. I kiss and bump myself. I have this model of myself.
It's just a training job to catch the car.
I run to catch up to it.
So, even in the current rain, the car's not going to be driving fast, but it's faster than walking and it's drier. As you drive up the road, keeping everyone, well, now some of you are quite wet, but keeping others dry, and more importantly, keeping the young woman dry herself. And
Bring out our clothes.
so not far up the road, only about 10 minutes actually up the road, there is indeed a service station and a diner next to it, as well as a garage.
That's fortunate.
We actually have maps. Because of course we do. So Orchid Run Garage, Orchid Run Gas and Cafe by Volcom Company. And let's give you the map location. Because maps are always an innocent thing.
We love a map.
Absolutely.
Trust how you said that.
So, as you, I've got to get the next thing up and running. Done. Done. Next one. Okay, so as you approach the gas station, what stands out is that in front of you seems to be a truck, half on the road, half off, but and almost entirely blocking it. As you pull up to the gas station, the back of the truck is half off the road, and it's almost 45 degrees across the road itself. You could squeeze your car in front of it, but otherwise it seems to be in a precarious position. As you get closer, you notice some strangeness to it where the actual the driver's side door is open,
Oh.
with the rain streaming in.
When you have to go, you have to go. Nature was calling you.
Perhaps.
This could be
I-
the young lady's grandfather she spoke of. He may be looking for her.
This is true.
So do you go to the gas station or the cafe first?
It is closer to the gas station, yes?
Yes, you're coming from the south, and the gas station is the closer of the two,
I mean,
which is where the truck is kind of blocking.
I mean, I almost wonder if we should be heading for the garage first, the mechanics, if we are having some car trouble.
Well, we could certainly drop the car off with the mechanic, and then, I mean, we would get a little wet, but we'd be able to make sure the car is taken care of before we go searching for people.
I am okay with getting a little more wet. I am already dripping in good looks. Nothing a little additional water would not hurt.
There is light coming from both the gas station and the cafe. The service department. There's no light coming from that area.
Oh, all right. Well then, I'll leave it up to our esteemed driver to to decide.
Since the truck is here at the gas station, then we should start there. I'll run in. You all can stay in the car with young lady, and I'll dip in to see who's there.
As you drive off the road, are you driving off the road, or are you stopping at the other side of the truck?
I'd be driving off the road because we're going to have to go around the truck anyway to get to the cafe.
So as you drive off the road, the wheels sink in the mud just that little bit, and makes it, even at this slow speed, makes it kind of really slippery and hard. And even when you, like at this slow speed, when you apply the brakes, it just skids that little bit more than you would expect, almost as if the ground has been pureed and just sliding underneath you. You run into the
Right?
Yeah, I did.
Ooh.
I know. As you run into the gas station by yourself, even that 10 meters from where you park the car to the gas station, even if it's 5 meters, you get soaked to the bone. Inside, there's just one man. I can actually give a description if I can find his dramatic persona. Where's my stuff? Where am I? A man in his early 50s, maybe late 40s. He introduced himself as Sam Caitlin. Please come in. He's a little bit overweight, balding with a bad comb over, a big broom mustache, which actually hasn't faded to the same colour as his hair, or what hair he has left, I should say. But Sam greets you. Oh, visitors, what can we do? Do you need gas at the moment, or are you just trying to pull off the road?
Well, I noticed the truck parked in the middle of the road there. I was wondering if there was someone who needed help or if they may be looking for a young girl.
Oh, I don't know about a young girl, but Jake Burns, one of the regulars, claims to have seen something, and he almost crashed his truck outside, and currently um, currently just getting everyone's attention over at the cafe right now. What do you mean by a young girl?
There was a young lady that ran across in front of our vehicle a little ways back and had a devil of a time missing her. So we brought her here, hoping that someone might know who she is and maybe get some help for her.
Well, let's go to the cafe. I'll shut up for the night here, and we'll move to the cafe and see if we can. And he goes through locking the place, and essentially takes you to the cafe, and well, encourages everyone else from the car to come to the cafe. If that's, you're going to get wet, no matter what. Everyone is going to get wet.
I will carry the girl over to the cafe as well.
Fantastic. Can I have a dodge check from everybody, please?
Way.
We're going to dodge the rain.
I successfully juke the rain.
Sorry, I should have said this
suspect
way.
that it's.
Can I have a dodge check from everybody, please?
I bob and weave the rain. That doesn't hit.
I have a sneaking suspicion that we're not dodging the rain.
Probably not, but
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's only Jacob that falls down in the mud.
oh, Jacob. Fancy
Uh,
man.
If Rose notices, she'll try and help him up. Not sure how I'd be able to see that, but
Oh, you want to assist? That's the push. That's pushing the roll. Would you like to
The
join?
magic words.
you know what? What the heck? Rose is not going to live past this night regardless.
How are you assisting?
Knowing my history. All right.
What
So would I
skill
be
are you-
doing a dodge?
No, what skill are you using to assist?
I don't honestly know. I was just going to try and literally help him stand up, lifting. I don't know if it would just be a strength check or what I would do then, but
Well, you've dodged the earth. Now you need
Maybe you fight
fight
it.
it.
Yes, sleight of
I don't know that I would
hand.
be fighting the earth, but I'm not trying to push him further into the mud.
Well, that's the thing about when it comes to pushing a roll. We can stop if you push the roll, the fall doesn't happen because you've saved the dodge. But you need to find a different way of assisting. You need to find a different way to stopping that.
Maybe
And
you can
that's-
charm the earth into
Or you can just
stopping.
or you can just go, well, he's fallen. I'm just going to pick him up, and then we don't.
That
have
was
to-
more what I
it's
was.
not-
That's more what I was offering. Was I was not trying to. I was a little bit surprised when you're like, I can prevent it. I saw him fall. And I'm like, oh,
Can I push the roll?
You can try to save Jacob from falling. Yes. How?
Yeah. Can I use spot hidden to notice that he's about to walk into
A deeper part of the mud. Yeah.
a deeper part of the mud and sort of push or pull him just the tiniest bit to the side?
Fantastic. You can try that.
I've got my arms full of unconscious lady. I can only save so many people at once.
And you do pass. So Jacob, you don't fall down into the mud. You're saved.
Oh,
I'm sorry to pull you like that, Mr. Carfax. I noticed there was a mud pit right in front of you. Didn't
oh,
need to
no, I thank you. That would have been quite a mess. Let's get inside before it gets worse.
indeed.
As you get towards the diner, can I have a spot hidden for everybody, please?
Oh, let's do it.
absolutely.
Got him driven?
A spot hidden for everybody.
See? Ooh. Again, arms full of unconscious lady. I can only do so much.
We've got a few failures.
Yeah.
We have Rose is the only one I think that succeeded.
I got a 97.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yep.
So
Really?
Rose, you see the gas station pump as you're moving around and you're looking back to where you've essentially parked the car. You see the gas station pump, the light from the actual pump itself just move and flicker and just like ebb and flow at the moment. Um, with a 97 though for Jacob, you see out in like you just like you're just trying to make your way through the rain itself, but you see in the distance, just this faint movement of light. It could be another car like in the road or someone with a flashlight in the distance. But it's hard to tell with this much rain. The visibility is so poor. Don't worry, no sanity check.
Yet.
Yet. So you get inside the cafe. The cafe has an old couple. There's in probably the 60s. Checking the dramatis post. So in their 70s and 60s, male and female. They're sitting down at a table. There's a man. There's a drenched man in his 50s, who also in his 40s, who is just in hysterics, and he's just talking and talking about the light. Oh my god, it made me crash. The dead light, it was right in front of me and it drove me off the road. And he's kind of being consoled by the elderly couple, as well as a young woman in her early 20s, who looks like she's uniformed to like be a worker there, and they're all in the one booth talking together. She looks up to when you enter with Sam, and the conversation still goes on about what's happening, and the impression you get, this might have been the truck driver that's like parked his truck across the road, and that's when you enter.
Uh, how far away did we pick up?
About 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes drive.
10 minutes drive. Okay.
You have
But
a young lady
I-
here who needs some help.
I just want to point out the driving's very, very slow at the moment. Like
Right.
just like it's not walking pace, but it's like double walking pace.
Yeah.
That's how slow.
I will,
So 10 minutes of really slow driving.
I will,
20 minutes.
I'll put the girl down in one of the booths.
Sam comes up. Yep.
It seemed a little excited, perhaps a bit hysterical over where the people are congregating. Perhaps until we know what's going on, we keep the young woman as far away from that
Hysterics.
commotion, and we don't we try and keep her from getting overly excited. We're trying to soothe her. If there's a booth on the far opposite side, or even like a doesn't look like that's just a bathroom. Okay. But yeah, on the far end, maybe if
You find
someone
a booth farther away. Yes, understood.
someone could sit with
Yep.
her there. Well,
So as you put the young lady down in the booth, and Sam actually says, "Oh, I that's Amelia. What's Amelia doing out in the rain like that? Is she okay?"
We're not really sure. You know this young lady?
Yes. She lives with her grandfather, the old doctor, Dr. Webb, up at the orchard.
This girl was also mentioning about the light.
I don't know. Well, I don't know anything about it. Light. That's, and you hear the truck driver from across the mention the light again from your reference Can I get a listen check from anyone, please?
Oh, I'd be
This
listening.
is
to
going to be this is going to be a more harder listen check. So hard successes only, please. Or extreme will do.
I'm apparently
I'm not
very
even gonna
good
bother.
at eavesdropping in on patients.
I failed
Yeah,
it.
I'm not even gonna
Failed it real bad.
Rose, while tending to her patient, overhears Amelia, your patient, just breathlessly say, "The light," in her unconsciousness.
Oh dear, she keeps talking about the light. I'm assuming it probably has something to do with her injuries, but she said very little before she passed out. And Rose is actually going to, because she doesn't want to acknowledge, but she's also looking over where it's kind of heated, and she's going, "This person has information about my patient potentially." So, she's going to like somewhat meekly, but kind of walk over and go, "Excuse me," to the older couple and the truck driver. Like she's gonna like separate herself from the group to go up and ask.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yes. Are you stuck in the rain as well? Is the old man?
Yes, a little bit, but I was like, I couldn't help it over here. You were saying something about a light nearly took you off the road?
Oh, yes, the truck driver here, and the truck goes, yes, I was driving on the road, and suddenly out of nowhere, it was right in front of me, and it was just blinding me, and I had to try to swerve to miss it, and then, like after the truck just stopped, I just jumped out and ran for the cafe. It's out there somewhere. It's hunting. It's moving.
So you saw this light right next to this truck stop because
it was in front of my truck. It was right there.
Okay.
And then when I stopped, it was inside the cab. I just ran.
It was inside your cab, you said?
Thank you, Phoenix, for following. When I stopped, it was inside the cab itself. It went right through the glass. Almost as if it was nothing.
Would Rose be able to do a check to see if, just as horrible as this is, double check to see if this man's showing any sign of like concussion or something that might be causing him to have like hallucinated what had happened?
Medical or medical, yeah, that's another version. It's the drinking as well, but medical would be one for that, or psychology. To be like, is he crazy?
Oh right.
That, like, he does seem to have an injury on his head from when he stopped the truck, and there's been a little bit of so yeah, but you don't really know if like it could be. His injury is certainly not as severe as the young woman's.
All right. All right. Well. Sam. Sorry, just because I'm keeping track of names, because I do flip names around quite a bit. Is Sam the one who was in the gas station, or is he the driver?
Sam's the gas station manager.
Okay.
Jake Burns is the truck driver.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Amelia Webb is the young unconscious woman.
Yep.
The others I'll introduce right now to make sure you know everybody. Yep. Mary is the worker, the only current worker at the cafe. Seems to know Sam quite well, although she's early 20s or even maybe late teens. Winifred and Teddy Brewer are the elderly couple who, at a moment's notice, they will easily start talking about their holiday traveling and them being stuck here in this godforsaken rain They're traveling across country to see the sights and see the country before civilization takes hold, and often a grand adventure.
Hey, nobody asked them.
That's-
You don't need to start elaborating.
I was gonna say it's
Nobody even attempted to start to ask them about their travel plans. So you hush.
I will go up to the trucker and be like, "Have you tried to see if the Boogie Boo ran away yet? Do you think
I'm
it
not
will-
going back out there. No. I'm not going. I haven't seen it. I did not look back. I just ran in here.
I mean, if it was an animal, it is probably already left the premises. If you give me an umbrella, I can go and check."
He looks at you as if. What did you say?
Oh, is it? I'm not too early for umbrellas, am I? I feel like
No.
umbrellas were invented pretty early.
Do you speak English?
Oh, yes, my accent is a bit weak. I understand it. I speak some English. But
English.
French was my first language, my mother tongue.
See,
Excuse
in
me.
America, we speak English.
Je parle anglais. I am speaking English.
Yeah.
Rose would like to kind of interject before the somewhat delusional trucker pisses off a professional boxer.
I'm kind of thinking you should just let him. I
am slow
Stop
to
a
anger, but
professional
once I am
boxer.
there, once I am at the full point of my race, you will not remember it because you will be close.
Rose is now just going to step back and let this play out.
French toast. You will be French toast.
Phoenix.
Your friends, many feet.
Can I have a spot hidden from you because you did something earlier which may be important in character, and you might actually find a clue just from acting in character.
Oh, is this?
You do smell a little bit of spirits from the guy, and there's those little telltale signs of cooking moonshine.
Yes, he's got the tremor in his hand from too much biting of the juice. At this point, I will back up from him, and I will go, maybe you should drink some coffee and your problems will resolve themselves. And I will go back to sitting. Because I know there's mentally, a drunk man's no fight. That's easy pickings. That's like taking candy from children, drunk children. Ain't worth my time. I go
That's
to
like
sit down.
beating up drunk children.
It's like beating up drunk children. What am I, an animal? No, I go
That's
sit
not
down.
who you are anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I beat up sober children, please.
I'd like to pull Mary, the waitress, aside if she's not too engaged with the rest of the conversation, and ask her if she works here pretty much all the time, full time. She's always here working, and if so, has she ever heard of anyone coming into the cafe saying anything roughly similar to this, or experiencing anything similar to this in the past?
So it's easy to catch Emily going between serving people and getting food or getting bits and pieces. It is quite obvious she works here. She explains that she works nights. During the day, Dorian, the owner, she does a lot of the duties, but at night we don't have many customers, so I just do the night shift by myself. So that's all I do. And I live in the area, and I haven't heard anything like this. We do get rain. This is a bit heavier than normal, but it'll pass, I'm sure. I just hope everyone's okay.
You live in the area?
Yes, well, there's not much here, but live in the area. There's a few farms scattered about in the woods. Used to be orchards, but that got overgrown, and the native species took over again, and now we're back to lush, beautiful forest. Well, during the daytime, when there's no rain, it's beautiful out here, but you wouldn't be able to see much at the moment.
Um, uh, would you say that there's a sense of community here? Do the neighbors know each other? Look out for each other?
Oh, we all look out for each other because you have to in a small community like this. Not everybody has what you have in the big cities, so you have to look after each other. So we might know each other's business, but we keep things. We don't interfere with other people's stuff.
Would you be willing to tell us where Dr. Webb lives, and so we can try and return his granddaughter to him?
Dr. Webb, what do you mean, Doctor? Why? Your granddaughter?
No?
Yeah, we hadn't actually told them about Amelia yet, but you know what?
I dropped her off. I
Different-
came in. Yeah, I came in with an unconscious lady and dropped her off in a booth. Like,
But deliberately put her into a different,
They
like
were
a
in a
different
heated
area,
discussion.
like a further away from where she was.
I thought somebody said like, Sam knows her grandfather, Dr. Webb, and they
Yeah,
live.
You think there's something wrong with Dr. Webb?
Well, so we were driving here, and we believe his granddaughter Amelia, she appeared to be injured, and we were wanting to get in contact with him as he is a doctor of some form. And
he's
we
retired.
should probably
Doctor.
let him know his granddaughter's okay.
He's a retired doctor. I'd been in his late 70s by now, I think. But yeah, his granddaughter used to live with him, not too far from here, just up the road. Just to the south, there's a side road that goes up, which you passed on the way here, and it winds up slightly up a small hill, and that's like their property's the only one there. I hope everyone's okay.
As to me, does he have? And this might be a question because I'm not sure how common the phones would be, but like, do you know if he has a telephone, and if he does, if there's a phone nearby that we could use?
Well, there's a phone in the gas station. Mr. Webb. Well, I know. Emily had a nice would drive her own little sports car all over the place. So I would say that the house up on the hill would be richly furnished. I know that sports car was used to come in here for petrol every now and then, and drop large bills and not think a thing of it.
I just want to let you know I'm like camped up in my booth. I've got like my feet resting up on the other side, an unconscious girl across the table just sipping like black coffee, just getting warm, just like chilling with the body.
It is nice and warm in here.
Completely not suspicious.
Not suspicious at all. It is fine. I'm overlooking my charge.
You spend a lot of time with unconscious people,
It is part of the profession, know. Sometimes they are awake after a good right hook. They are asleep. It is time to dormir. You're supposed to.
So, in answer to the question, yes, there is a phone in the gas station, and most likely there might be one at the house.
All right.
Does anyone
Then-
have a nickel?
What?
Anyone got a
Does anyone
nickel?
have a nickel?
Not public phone, like phone.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
A landline.
No
One of the
mobile
ones
phones.
with it's one of the ones with the rotary dial too.
Nope.
Would it be?
No.
It'd still be the time for operators,
Not
wouldn't
this
it?
time.
Operators.
Ooh.
Yep. You pick it up.
The
Back
hello
in the
girl.
day.
Oh. Then, Sam, if you'd be willing, I would appreciate it if you'd let me use the phone in the gas station and see if the operator knows can connect us.
Yeah, no problem. I did lock it up, so I'll go with you and unlock everything for you. You are strangers after all. I don't know who you are and don't really trust
Of course.
anybody. Yeah.
At the same time, Miss Mary, if you would be so kind, do you have any clothes or blankets that the young lady might be able to warm up in? She's unconscious and cold.
I'll find something. I'll find something in the storage closets, and just give me a moment, and we'll figure something else. And even if I have to boil some pots and put that near just to warm up nearby, give us a bit more heat.
Good.
We
And
greatly
she
appreciate
heads
it.
off to
I can give you a hand.
No, you stay here.
I'll go with Sam and
Absolutely.
make the call. Take off the jacket before I jump in the mud.
True, you don't want to ruin the good jacket.
It's still soaked.
That's a $10 jacket right there, my friend.
Whew.
Does anyone have an umbrella by chance? And that would be Rose would ask the three.
In English, not in French.
I don't have a combat build, so no, I'm not responding to that comment. But with different characters,
no.
yes, I would.
No umbrella.
All right.
I'm not going to make it easy. There's no umbrella. So
I'm expecting you to.
I'm built to be rowdy, but I'm responsibly rowdy.
So Jacob, no dodge check. You can make it without slipping this time. But it's like the door's unlocked. You go in, and Sam shows you where the phone is, and the line's dead. Actually, can I get a listen check, please?
Very well. Listen.
He did say he wasn't going to make it easy.
No.
Ooh.
Would you like to spend luck on that? Listen by 3.
Yes, why not? I'll spend the 6 luck.
Okay.
6?
Isn't it just 3?
Oh, it's 50. Sorry. Yeah, 3. Sorry.
3 luck. There we go. So you spend your luck, so therefore you pass by getting 50, and I don't know what that came in, but
That's mean.
hey, we get a raiding party. I just saw that pop up. Hey, brothers in Dungeons, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. We are playing Deadlight with our Call of Cthulhu cast group. We are in a very wet, rainy night, stuck in the middle of nowhere, somewhere north of Arkham, and they've been essentially run off the road almost by a young woman who is right here right now. And we've just found out that the phone is dead. But in the distance, like in the sound of the dead line, you just hear this, hello?
Hello? Is there somebody there?
Hello,
I can
operator.
feel you. I can see you. There you are. Don't worry, I'm coming.
Operator.
Sanity check, please.
Operator. Please be the operator.
Operator's voice box got a little weird.
And then
It's a
like the
bad
line is dead.
connection.
There was.
It's
just
just a
this
bad
agent.
connection.
It's a
It's
bad
fine.
connection.
Why didn't it? Did it go? No.
I've heard of bad connections. This is malevolent.
I'm malevolent connection.
Oh my god! Eurocroc, thank you for the gift sub. Phoenix, you're now also a member of the Goblin Cave.
Awesome.
Um,
Thank you.
So everyone gets 2d6 for your luck. So generous. Thank you so much. Actually, it's 3d6 because we only did 2 last time. We only did 1 last time. It should be 2.
This is why
Truly
you
vulgar.
must-
Welcome into the Goblin Cave.
You must spend your luck to make your luck, yeah?
Yes, spend your luck to make luck, but the person with the lowest amount of luck
It's
is
gotta
the
get
victim.
bullied.
Or is the random victim. So we've got our sanity roll.
Hard success.
A hard success. Take 1 sanity point of damage.
Alright.
So you shake it off as just like an echo on the line, maybe a cross line somewhere, but not
Bad
really,
connection.
not really making the connection that wait, the line is dead. There can't be a cross line. So thankfully,
Bad connection.
you don't know that much about technology to be able to realize that, because otherwise that would have been a really bad sanity loss. So yes, the line is dead. Back to the cafe. What are we doing in the cafe? The truck driver is a bit more calmed down. You overhear the old couple saying, "Oh, there's so much rain. The angels must be crying tonight."
Oh, I have heard this saying before.
And
Jesus
Blankets
is
are-
also bowling every time that the thunder comes. It's true.
and blankets are brought out, and your unconscious woman, Amelia, starts to become a bit more conscious. Now also in the light, you can make out the necklace a bit more on her neck. Again, being pretty much the only thing she's wearing. Well, she's wearing clothes, of course, but the only thing that's distinctive about that. I should
What
have
would
a...
it take to like look more closely at that without like pawing at her in a
I want to
upsetting-
respectfully stare at her chest.
It's quite a large...
how do you respectfully stare at a chest?
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
when unconscious, from a male's
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah. Mhm.
Do I have a creeping skill?
No. But you can look at it. So here's the picture of it. And I'll do the... So here's the picture of the neck. It looks like a large... Looks like it was once a gold coin.
Oh,
That's been pressed into more of a necklace. And it's got some... It could be just dents over time in it. Or just weird markings.
That doesn't look creepy at all. It's all good.
Never. Never.
Call of Cthulhu, creepy. That doesn't happen.
as she starts waking up, I go, "Bonsoir, mademoiselle. Are you feeling better? Are you feel your toesies?
I feel my what?
Are you
Oh,
feeling
my
better?
feet.
Yes. Oui.
Yes? Where am I? Who are you?
You are. We found you wandering the streets. You gave us quite a scare. You were at the cafe.
Yeah, Rose would potentially
happened?
also. Go. Sorry.
Go for it, yeah.
No, Rose. I believe your name is Amelia, correct?
Yes, Amelia Webb. Something happened. Oh, my head. And she reaches up directly to where the hematoma is now really starting to shine. It's really large now. So, I hit my head? No. Someone hit me in the head.
Someone hit
Yeah.
you? Do I
Yes.
need to go hit someone? No one is supposed to lay hands on beautiful ladies such as yourself.
Seduction roll, please.
Hey!
I think that's a charm.
Here's the thing. As a Frenchman, I'm naturally flirty. I can't help it. I seduce everyone everywhere I go.
That's why I'm just going up seduction roll. Not
Let
that
me-
it makes any difference. Seduction roll.
Let me just grab that. Where is seduction?
It could mean almost nothing, but
There isn't a seduction skill, but
Yeah, I don't
Charm.
see seduction, but I can.
Charm.
I'll
can
charm.
charm.
yeah.
Just use your French language skill instead of.
Yeah, see how good it is. That's also true.
70 on charm. Yeah. Okay.
All of the attraction comes from their lips. Is my French accent? It is very much on point. Where I rehearse all the time. It's beautiful. Croissant.
My uncle, sorry, my grandfather. I think we were attacked. Is he here? Is he safe?
No, we only found you.
Someone came to the. There was people at the house. I was hit, but I heard a bang. And then I must have gotten up and ran. I remember running. Something was chasing me. Something. There was a light. And then there was two lights, and then.
It's
Wait.
a car.
Yes, you hit me with the car.
No, we did not.
And
hit
she
you.
reaches to the bump. You hit me with the car. That's why.
No.
No.
No. We did not hit you. We found you when we were driving the car.
Yes, and you hit me. And
No,
the lights and.
that might have been the case for the lights, dear, but that our driver did swerve to avoid you. We actually went off the road a bit to make sure we didn't hit you. So
No, the light was your car. The light must be your car.
Well, it could have been
yes.
it could have been
No.
a car.
Yes, car lights. Yes,
A car.
I was running from a car. Yes, light car.
all right.
Yes.
She's not sounding very good right now.
No, you should go rest some more. Do you need fluids? A snack?
Can I check to make sure that she's not concussed before we send her to go
Check the
sleep?
pupils.
medical or
Nah,
again psychology.
You
Would that
can
be
sleep after.
not
getting
first aid?
to
Okay.
bed.
Not I'll allow first aid, but either way you pass.
Yeah, it would still be just regular success regardless. So
She's certainly injured, and although there is certainly some concussion. There's certainly something. There's some missed memories. There's something, but she seems to be cognitively. I can't pronounce that word. Cognizant.
Cognitively.
Yes.
Cognitively.
Cognitively blocking something.
all right.
Right. Which
Rose
should not push her on.
Rose is not going to push that on her because this woman's obviously just gone through something traumatic and everything like that. She's going to go, yes, that's absolutely makes sense, dear. We didn't hit you, but it would not surprise me at all if it was a car. You're very lucky to be alive. Now, you need to get you I'm going to get you some fluids. I'm going to make sure somebody is keeping an eye on you so that you don't fall asleep. If you are feeling tired, do not go to sleep, okay? At least not for an hour.
I don't even know what time it is, but
Well, make sure somebody else is there to help keep track of it. Don't worry, dear. It'll be okay. We're gonna go and see if we can talk to your. Somebody's trying to call your grandfather's house right now. Okay.
Maybe the lovely couple over here can keep an eye on this girl if we are to be going and investigating.
I wanted to sit with her and ask her few more things. Maybe get her a cup of hot tea to warm her, if that's okay.
Hot coffee, hot tea is easily accessible. It is a cafe.
We're in a cafe.
Yeah.
Yep. Rose would be. On the one hand, Rose is sitting here like, patient. Don't harass my patient. On the other hand, we've had two people talking about lights, and this woman is very badly injured, and Rose has no idea how to talk with her, so she's just going to be like, all right, just be gentle and don't push. She's
As I
she's been
get
through
up,
trauma.
as I get up and leave the chair so that you can come in and talk with her, I'll pull Rose to the side. I'll be like, Rose, I have a concern. I feel like maybe the man, the truck driver, I feel like maybe he may have been, if she was indeed hit by a car, Toby is the one that had hit her. He has been imbibing of the juice, it's the alcohol. And
Not
I feel
just imbibing, but making.
it is
He smelled like moonshining.
Yes, he smells like fresh spirits. I wonder if maybe he was the one who had done it. But it is also not my place to say. I'm more of a muscles of the heart and arms than I am of the brain.
I just got the muscles of the heart. Yeah.
They're the muscles of the heart and the arms. I'm a lover and a fighter.
What would the private investigator like to ask? And how?
Oh, well, I'd like to sit down and say, is it Amelia? My name is Lily. Hello.
Hi, Lily.
I'm so sorry for your night so far. It sounds awful. We don't need to talk about any of the lights or cars. Do you live with your grandfather? Is that correct?
Yes. I live with my grandfather. Yes.
And you live back south down this road, and then up a little incline is where you and his home you share is.
Yes. We're just down the road. I could take you there. It's a bit wet at the moment, but if he's, I don't know if he's safe or not.
Yeah,
We need to.
you don't worry yourself about that right now. I was just curious if you remember anything from tonight before all these strange events. Do you remember, for instance, if you and your grandfather had recently sat down to a meal? If what's the last thing you remember going through your routine with your grandfather?
Godfrey and I were in the house. I was Godfrey, my grandfather. What were we doing? We were in the restroom, and there was he was sitting down. I was, I think, attending to the fire. And then I got hit in the head. And then the bang, and then the light, which was the car, which I ran out of the house, and
All right.
and
So
the night, then the two lights, then
you were tending to the fire, right?
Yes, I think so.
And you were in the living room, you said?
Yes.
And he was sitting down. Where is his? Does he have a favorite chair in the living room?
we have 2 chairs near the fire.
They're
Yeah,
right behind. They're right around
they're,
the
they're
fire.
right at the fire. Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Were you uh uh poking the coals or getting the fire going with the fire poker?
I, it wasn't the bang came first. It wasn't.
What kind of
No,
bang?
I had the fire poker. I threw the poker. I threw
Oh,
the poker, and we fought. I fought one. He fought the other. Then the shotgun went off. Then I went blank. Then the light from the car, running from the house, the woods,
Oh.
the 2 lights.
all right. So to go back to it, you were tending the fire, and your
Yes.
grandfather was sitting in his chair, and he
Yes.
has his chair, and you have your chair.
Yes.
And is this something you do regularly? This is sort of your ritual. You both sit in your chairs by the fire and
Reading.
reading.
Yes.
What do you guys like to read?
Anything really. He has his own collection of books on biology and animals, butterflies. I can't remember what he calls it. It's some. He has a collection.
Really into this new book by this dude called H.P. Lovecraft. So wild.
Edgar Allan Poe.
I was just about to
Edgar Allan
ask
Poe.
Yeah.
if any new books had recently come into their possession.
Oh dear.
No, not that.
No,
I'm
you
not-
hadn't just started reading any new books, either of you.
Any
No.
cursed tomes.
We're not metagaming at all.
Whatever.
here.
Excuse me. Let me just come back into character real quick.
Trying to keep her calm. Don't want her to
Weird
score
artifact.
these sanity checks. Or
Can I
whatever.
can I have a psychology check, please?
Yeah.
Can I have a metagame check?
Hard success in psychology. She is hiding something.
Ooh.
Something that she is consciously aware of. And
She's
specifically
consciously
hiding.
aware of something. She's certainly hiding something. Every time she talks about the lights in the house, she explains it away as car. Like there was a car in the house for the light.
I
She's-
caught that.
A car in
she's-
the house?
Yeah.
Yes. Every single
Mhm.
time she talks about the lights in the house, she explains it away as a car. And then when she talks about lights again, she's talking about 2 lights, which is your car. She's now associating the light with a car.
Right.
She's trying to deliberately not sound crazy for some reason.
I can't imagine why.
We'll never know.
Whereas
I
the
really
person on
don't
the
wanna
other side
ask
of
her too much
the
about
restaurant
this.
is like not caring about what he's saying. But when she's cognizant of something, she's correcting what she's saying to you to not, even when the correction is sounding crazy, she's trying to sound like it's not right. Like that, yes.
All right.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to, I'm just going to say one more thing, and then you get back to the other conversation. I'm going to say, I believe you, Amelia. You know, you can tell me anything. I feel like you're a very trustworthy person, and I'm glad we were able to find you on the road and bring you here because you seem like a lovely girl, and I I'm just glad we were able to help you in this very upsetting night. I love that necklace of yours.
Oh my god, girl, did you
She's
get it at
just
Claire's?
she goes down and she
Is that
feels it and just
like a family heirloom or
um.
um
My grandfather gave it to me. He it was a gift.
recently?
No, I've always had it. It's,
Oh.
I he always said it was a part of the family, but yeah, it's just always been mine.
So he didn't like give it to your mother or father, say, and then they passed it on to you.
You see, I'm going to keep through the psychology still there. That the mother, father, there's a trigger in there when you say that, and she pauses and just goes inwards. And she just doesn't answer the question.
Okay.
There's something that you just triggered there.
Good. I wanted to see if there was something triggerable there.
No, you want an answer, but
No, I genuinely didn't want her to answer anything traumatic. I just wanted to see if there was something there. And I say, well, it's beautiful. It looks great on you. And now you can go back to it.
That family amulet really brings out the eyes.
from all the conversations that everyone's having with Amelia, she's certainly educated. Like, although she's still in shock, there's still some concussion there. You don't know how much, but there's also some cognizance there. But she's certainly educated. She's a very well educated woman. But it's just there's more there than you might know. At least right now.
Right.
I was going to cross over to Phoenix, but Phoenix is not here. And Phoenix is back. Awesome. We'll cross over to Phoenix. Okay, so back to Phoenix. Back to Jacob. Are you doing anything else in the petrol station, in the gas station?
Want some get some road trip snacks, maybe some corn nuts.
Pork rinds.
Yeah, the pork rinds. Yeah.
Slim Jim.
He will sell
Did I
them.
You
It's
get
not for
Slim
free.
Jims.
It's not for free, so he will sell them to you. But if you want something hot, the diner is certainly the place to go. As you go back to the diner, as you head back to the diner, can I have a spot hidden, please?
Because I've been doing so well at that.
I know.
You got it. Now's your time. This is it.
And I love in Call of Cthulhu, spot hidden can be good to actually see something, or actually seeing something can be a bad thing, which is also.
I like that.
So for some reason it just comes up with the number. Is that out of
That's
something?
a fail.
A fail?
That's 72 out of 25.
Okay, that's a big fail, but not a critical fail.
No.
So
Yep.
Yeah. Why doesn't it say success or fail?
I don't know what's going on with that one. So it might still be on edit instead of on not edit. So you need to take it
I
off
know.
edit. Yep.
Yeah. I know that I had problems with that with other people I played with Roll20, but
You get used to it.
Yep.
But either way, so you head back. You as you're entering the door, out of nowhere, a large man rushes past you. Totally soaked with water, just absolutely totally soaked, and rushes past you and barges you out of the way from the door, physically moves you out of the way. You didn't see him coming, you didn't hear him coming. The amount of water and the night sky, it was hard to see anyway.
Bloody hell, man.
So I've got to get inside. I've got to get away. I've got to get away. And he looks around the place and sees everyone there, and then just runs. And in this case, he runs to the booth where it was furthest away from people, and tries to get to. He then tries to get behind in the kitchen. He's trying the doors to the kitchen, and he gets into there, and um, and Mary starts yelling and says, "What? Get out of there! Get out of there! What are you doing? Get out!" And she calls his name as Billy.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
So Billy is a very broad, stocky build, built like an ox, built like a boxer, like a thug. Thick dark hair, bushy eyebrows. He is certainly panicked, like really, really panicked. And he gets behind into the kitchen. You can hear him trying to open another door in the back of the kitchen, where you can just see that seems to be another, maybe even storage area behind there. That he's trying to get into.
Madam, do you need me to go see to this Billy?
It's like, just get him out of there. Just Billy, what's going on? Get him out. Get what?
I'll start walking towards the back, like slowly, calmly, having just like an affable grin, just like real charm, like oozing that that appearance 90. You know what I'm saying? Like just throwing down some serious charisma and looking
Oh boy.
as threateningly non-threatening as possible. Does that make sense?
You're a boxer. There's no
Exactly, but like trying to be like the nice boxer, like. Billy, is your name? Yes? Calm down, Billy. We are both strong men. It will be okay.
By the time you get to it, he's opened the door. And he goes inside what is just a small closet area, storeroom. And you hear a click from the inside.
I'll just be talking to the other side of the door. Billy, there is no need for this childishness. Tell me what is wrong. Come out of the closet, Billy.
It's out there. It's hunting. It's moving around.
What is hunting?
I don't know. It's hunting. It all went wrong. It all went wrong. And from that, you hear okay, let's stop this right now. And you hear a gunshot go off. Inside, not inside the storage room, but inside the room, inside the diner itself.
Oh, okay.
At the front of the diner, Mary has a pistol in her hand.
Yeah.
Just okay. None of you move. Just stay where. Just none of you move. Keys. I want your keys. Who owns her? And who owns the roadster out there? And the elderly couple, says, I don't know. You can have the packet here. Like have a car. We don't want to hurt. We don't want to hurt anyone. She goes over, gets the keys for one of the cars.
Mary, there's no need for all of this.
She points the weapon into the kitchen area. Like, no, stay back. Stay back. I'm going to get out of here no matter what. This is not happening. This was supposed to be my way out. I was supposed to get out of this godforsaken town. No more.
Do you know what has happened here tonight, Mary? Is there secrets you are not willing to share?
Yeah, do psychology.
I am.
I'm against interrogating people when they're the ones holding weapons.
I can dodge the bullet.
Nope. You think that, but no.
I'll use my charm to dodge the bullet.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay, so psychoanalysis. Oh no, psychology. There it is.
Psychology, just to see what she's thinking.
Is this useful?
She knows something that's going on, and that's.
I want to help you survive this, Mary. I want us all to go home safe tonight.
And that's reinforced shortly afterwards by Sam standing now away from the door, because it looks like that's where she's going to come.
Yeah.
Saying, Mary, what have you and Clem done? What have you done? What is that deadbeat boyfriend of yours done? Where is he? What's going on? And
a dead big boyfriend of yours has done?
Deadbeat.
Dead big,
dead
like
beat.
Deadbeat.
Right big.
No, not big beat. Deadbeat.
Like,
Beat, like a-
Oh,
yeah, like
dead
no
beat.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying he was dead and big.
Where's your undead boyfriend done this time? Gosh darn it.
It's Call of Cthulhu. It may actually happen.
It's true.
possible.
Your zombie boyfriend's up to shenanigans again. Gosh darn it, Mary. Go get him.
I would love the idea that everybody just handles that so calmly
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's just like, yeah.
Blase. Mary's at it again with Clem and her deadbeat boyfriend. Oh, he's dead, by the way.
So, unless anyone's going to try to be physical or do something, she's
I'm actually good at brawling.
Scrappy.
If
how
I
many hit
get
points do you have, and how much do you
13.
think a bullet works? Bullet does.
yeah, where's my dodge? I'm good at
Dodging
dodge,
doesn't
too.
work for bullets. Works for punches.
It does
Oh.
not.
She gets to shoot first.
And you don't have the
would,
gun.
Yeah.
I would help you, but I am in the kitchen.
Oh right. Okay. I just want I want to try a little psychology on her before she runs off.
It's going to be an extreme success in this heightened tension. So an extreme roll only.
Oh, okay. What happens if I don't get it? Extreme success. Does she shoot me in the face, or does she just?
Well, you're not pushing a roll. Pushing rolls when there's danger to a roll.
Oh, what role I'm pushing?
No. If you're just trying to find out what's going on, you're just trying to do a single roll. If you then try to push that, that's when there's always a consequence. When you push
Okay.
a roll, that's when there's always a oh shit, something will happen if you fail that second one.
Okay. I'm going to try.
Although that said, there might be consequences to this roll. She does have a gun.
Maddie's got the gun.
I'm gonna either persuade or psychologize her, and say, Mary, I understand if you feel stuck in this small town, in this job, if you and Clem, is it, are planning to leave, perhaps for a better life, you've run into an unexpected stroke of luck tonight, because we have a car. Obviously you have the keys to it, and our benefactor, Mr. Carfax, there is a very wealthy man. We're on our way to the big city for a large event, which will be in the newspapers nationally. You may not know this, but Eduardo is somewhat of a celebrity among the athletic set.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, back there. Yeah, if you are feeling desperate and you want to escape from this place and the situation you find yourself in, we can help you. All I'm asking for is for you to tell us what you're looking for in terms of help. And if that's not something we can provide, then you can go on your way.
Do you roll?
Let's see, persuade.
I want this to work so bad.
I want this to fail so bad. So you pass a little bit.
You're not getting short.
Sometimes there's consequences to rolls, even when you
Succeed.
succeed. Mostly sanity rolls. So we do have a map. I've just done that because we haven't really needed to use it, but this is the map of where people are in the diner. So she says,
Oh,
"Yeah,
Oh,
over here. Yeah, we've got a map." So you've had your spiel, and she like you see like some of her face, like some of her aggression, some of her anger, soften a little bit with your persuasion. And it's like this was supposed to be, we're supposed to get payback for that damn flaunting of her money all the time, that young girl. And no, this is me. We're trying to get out. I don't care about claiming more. I'm going. And she starts running towards the door.
what did she say?
I'm not repeating.
I legitimately have bad hearing, and it's so hard for me to hear. Did anyone else get that?
She almost agreed with you and then said she was going to get the money from, or get payback from the rich girl, and then who was always flaunting her money, and then screw Clem. Basically, she's getting out of here on her own.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I picked up
Thank
too.
you. Thank you.
That was all I did. That's why I wasn't going to say it again, because it would change exactly what I said. Thank you for being able to recall that.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to regret this. Can Rose push the persuade roll by chiming in to try and talk the girl down?
You can push a roll. How are you going to? You're not persuading. You're doing a different skill in this case.
Okay, never mind. I was going to try and convince her, but no. Fair enough.
Because it'll be a charm, intimidate, or brawl, or whatever.
Can I push my own roll?
You can push your own roll. Again, you're doing the same thing, but you're having a different roll. So you're trying for the same outcome.
Yeah.
You're just having a different perspective. So how are you doing it this time? Are you doing intimidate?
No, I'm doing psychology.
Psychology, okay. Again, it's difficult. It's like, it's quite extreme in this item, is what I should say.
So a success itself is not enough.
You're looking at extreme.
No, extreme is 1/5. So, like, if you have a skill, like my psychology is 50, I need to roll a 10 or less.
Yeah.
So it's like most unskilled rolls.
Because of the heightened tension,
okay.
she's angry, she's frustrated. You don't know what's caused this, but she's got a gun, she's got keys, and you're trying to stop her from getting out and doing whatever she's trying to do, not knowing the full what happened, and so it's the only success is an extreme success in this circumstances. Anything else is a failure, which is pretty bad when you're pushing a roll and she's got a gun.
Can I say something else that is not trying to persuade her of the same thing?
That you're still going to say, you're still pretty much trying to stop her from doing what she's about to do, which is pushing that roll.
No, I'm not trying to stop her from. Well,
yeah, I think there's not really much we can do right now. Like, we would have needed you either need to tackle her or we either need to tackle her or just accept that the woman with a gun wants to leave.
Yeah, the only thing, like, I could, if we're feeling real bad about this situation, I would have the element of surprise if I just bum rushed out of the kitchen and tackled her. Just straight up, fisticuffs, brawl style. But I mean,
if you don't die, I could probably patch you back up, but I'm not going to recommend that solution.
that's why I was like, that's the best I could give you, because that's my highest one out of 75, and we would have the most
75?
I have an
I'm
answer.
a fighter.
Yeah.
I have an answer. I'm holding the door open for her.
Yeah, that's
that is what I'm doing. I am holding the door open.
Agreed. Rose is more sitting back here. This is Eon suggesting. Rose is like, this is a mentally unstable woman with a gun who just went from, oh, hey, I'm in a diner, to bang, give me your car keys. Nope.
Yeah, but
would.
why is
I
she
would.
asking for all of the car keys?
Any
Like,
car keys.
She just wanted a set. As soon as she got the old people, she didn't even keep going.
oh,
She's
she
just
doesn't have our
she's just
car
trying to get the
keys?
heck out.
Yeah.
She's just
so
trying to get the
I'm
heck
holding.
out of town.
Jacob is holding the door open.
She
I
she
would not
leaves
want to
unless
hit
you
a
stop
girl.
her.
I am
Yep.
not doing
Okay.
a bloody thing.
Okay.
Well, then
She
I'll
leaves.
let
I
her
like
know.
reading.
She goes to the Packard, and the engine starts. She drives off to the north down the road. You can watch her go through the lights of the diner.
As I hear the car going, I'll enter back into the main room.
She's
I will be
driving
like-
far too fast
Yeah.
for the rain, for the conditions. You hear the tire scream. You hear a tire scream. You hear the crash as she goes off the road and hits the trees. Even the sound of the rain and thunder, and you can just see in the distance where like the lights of the car was. You see a third light coming out of the trees, a silver gleam that's separate from the car lights, moving towards the car itself. As it comes towards the car, the lights of the car starts to flicker. The lights of the car dim down to almost nothing. And then this movement goes through the trees. And as it goes through the trees, it leaves a semi-luminescence of what it was on each tree as it passes, not around it, but through. It goes into the car itself. Again, you can just see this in the distance. And you can hear, even at that distance, even with the thunder and the torrential rain, screaming. This constant, high-pitched scream. Gunshots are going off. But this scream is ever present. Sanity roll, please.
Whoa!
Expecting that.
There.
Fair enough.
There's your first
No!
card. And it's a great one at that.
Oh, Snoozy.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so
Where's sanity?
sanity, it's really important.
Extreme.
Yeah. I choose that one to critically fail.
I know.
I mean, I don't think we really choose it, to be completely honest. That's kind of
So
just in the
sanity's at the
hands
top.
of the.
Oh, it's at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why I'm.
With
Don't
core
be a
abilities.
pedant.
Aha! Okay. Intelligence.
We'll wait for the last one to come through before you get into the
Oh, here
results.
it is.
Before, yeah,
Hey.
someone please join me.
Okay, so we have
No.
We'll get
We
there
have-
soon enough.
we have passes and we have one failure. That's a bad failure, but in this case, it's just a failure. Everyone that passed, lose a sanity. That's for
Sanity?
passing. Just one.
Wait,
Oops.
That's for passing. You still lose sanity as you see this thing happening.
sure.
Snoozy, you take 3 sanity damage.
Okay.
Could have been much worse.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's where we're going to take our break. With the first sighting of the light.
Here, gasp.
Oh.
Mon Dieu.
So, I will say thank you for the raid that came in. I haven't been able to chat and type as much as I would usually be because this is a very new game for me. At least this scenario is new. In other games where I know better, I will be able to chat. So, thank you so much, and thank you for the follows. We'll be back soon. Stick around. We'll have some 1920s music back and with some more spookiness. That's all happening. Bye. Hello, welcome back everybody. And again, we've got a little bit mixed up with the video, but yes, we're back. We're called. Had a little bit of an internet issue just as I was about to conclude the whole thing. So yes,
Aha!
everyone's in the
Finally,
wrong spot.
I'm Eon.
I did notice that. That was actually when I
I've been
left.
trying
So
to steal your identity for years.
My time has come.
okay, so going to the total
I
dodgy
think
way.
I've known you for all of like a week, so cool.
Yeah, you didn't know I was trying to steal your identity. That's how good I am at it.
That's how identity theft
I think you need a better hobby. I'm very boring. I'm very boring and very poor, so good luck.
So we're good. Did it the quick and dodgy way because let's get back into our game. Let's get back into our show. So that's just happened in the diner. Several hundred meters to the north, on the north road, the light is doing something to Mary. What would you like? What's your reaction? What are you going to do? That's just happened, just at the edge of your vision in this dark and stormy night.
So the light is still there, or did it?
The light
The
is
light
still
is
there?
still there, and you can still hear the screaming.
Oh, I thought you
And the
said
gunshots
that
have
it went
stopped.
off again into the forest.
The gunshots have stopped, but the
Oh, well-
screaming is still going.
Yeah, no way.
Oh, dear. Nope. I'm sorry, Mary is a bit of a coward.
You know what I noticed, guys? I am a private investigator. I don't know. You guys know that. When the lights first came up on the car, the car lights started flickering in this way, and I'm pretty sure the lights on the gas pumps were flickering in a similar manner when we first pulled into the rest stop.
Could just be the storm.
It definitely could be, and I will say that that's not reassuring.
Yeah, since the lights didn't start flickering on her car until the let's call them the capital L lights for now. Those lights were like within quite a close proximity to her to the car she had taken. I am worried that some of those lights may have been near the cafe and may in fact be around here. So
are we not concerned about the girl? You not hear the screaming?
She's screaming.
Going.
Yeah, so
I'm going.
yeah, I'm gonna go get her. We cannot let it.
you guys are.
I was going to ask, are we having this conversation IRL?
Amelia
Yes, I would say this out loud.
Even
like
Amelia,
I'm heading towards the door and like saying this.
Yeah.
Even Amelia is like, no, don't let. We need to check on my grandfather. Like, if you've got another vehicle, we need to check on my grandfather. I don't know what's going on. We need to find him. We need, like,
Amelia, Sam, is that the light you saw before? Is what happening to that girl what you saw before?
She doesn't answer.
Amelia, there's something there that has just caused the car to crash. That woman is still screaming.
There is nothing there. She just had a car crash. We need to check on my grandfather. There's nothing there. There's no light. Let's go. Let's go.
Amelia, we're not taking you anywhere if you're not going to tell us the truth.
Oh, snap.
You're lying. I don't know why you're lying, and I tried to be nice, but we are now all in danger.
I'm not crazy. I'm not going back there. There is no light. We need to check on my grandfather. I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. I am healthy. I am intelligent. I am sane. I am sane. I am sane. I am sane. I am not going back there.
Nobody here believes that you're crazy.
Good. Let's go.
Amelia.
Amelia, I think Rose would actually go and stand in front of the cafe door at that point and just basically go, Amelia, this is not saying that you are crazy. The two of us have just seen something that has potentially either going to cost that young woman her life or cost our friends her life. You know something about it. You said something about it. We don't think you're crazy. We just all want to get out of here alive.
We just all saw the lights the same as you. If
I
you're
didn't
crazy,
see anything.
then we're all crazy.
You said that. I didn't see anything. If whatever's up there is up there, we need to go. Like, I'm not going that way. I want to go the other way. Let's go. I just no.
But we have to save her.
Well,
Not
I think
make
you guys
my
are already
life
gone,
worse.
so.
You could live.
Yeah.
You guys are already left. Rose is like, if you really want to go, I mean, I can't stop you.
Amelia,
The door's
starts
right there.
walking
You can
out
go
the
save your
door
grandfather.
into the rain to the south.
I might go with Amelia. I'm really trying to build a rapport with her in case you hadn't noticed.
Okay.
If you're going to do that, Rose is going to basically go over to Sam and, like, not like the angry slam her hands on the table, but just in like the I'm so done with this thing of just like, okay, can somebody who has previously not stopped talking about lights look outside the window and tell me, is that the light you saw before?
Jake says, "That's it. That's what
Yes, sir.
attacked me in my car.
Jake, yeah.
That's what." And Sam's like,
Sam, there's something you might want to look outside because there's a lot of shooting as well.
Jake is saying that yes, that's what he saw. That's what happened. That's what attacked him. That's what caused me to crash. But I got out of there. I was smart. I didn't try to fight it. I ran into here. That's his story, and he decided that.
Can I check if
Sam?
he's like seems like he's lying? Sorry, Jake.
Sam
Yeah, sorry,
left
Jake.
with Mary?
No, Jake
No,
is
no,
the
Sam
one
did. Sam's there.
inside saying that that's the light I saw. That's the one that
Okay.
tried to attack me. I ran from my truck when it attacked me. And so
Can I
who's
can I
going
see if
to?
it seems like he's lying? Sorry.
He seems to be telling the truth. Like
Okay.
that. This is the same story he's been saying the entire time. So
I was
he's
saying,
like,
just wondering if he was hiding something. So that's all I was curious about. But
he seems to be. The only thing that the thing, like, he's pretty much an open book. He doesn't hide much, including his racism, and his
Noticed.
hillbilly nature. He seems to be a country boy who doesn't really hide anything because that's who he is.
all right.
And who's going towards the light?
Me and Mr. Carfax.
Can I have a power check, please?
Power!
Power?
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I'm full of power!
Ah,
Okay.
The last time this happened, I died. So I'm just like, Rose is staying in the diner.
So power can be used in different ways. In this circumstance, it's pushing forward towards danger. So I'd say you've gone 50 yards while this conversation's happening in the diner, and Amelia's walked out the other direction into the rain with with Lily following, going that way, just walking south in the rain, so 50 yards, and you're pressing, and you see the light, the screaming subsides in the car, and then you see the light come through the car towards you.
Do we see, like, is it just like a ball of light, or do we see like a shape in the light, a figure?
Not hidden.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
using
don't know if I
my.
want to look that closely at it.
I'm using,
But-
using my peepers. Can I punch the light? Like this, it's really what I'm trying to get at. Is there something punchable in that light, or am I just like walking in with my fist to a gunfight? Like,
Okay.
I'd like to cast Detect Punchability.
yeah, 100%.
So with your spot hidden, I think that's 2 pass. Oh wait, here we go.
Oh,
One.
okay. Well,
Failure.
I didn't-
Nope.
So it's 2 failures.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, so Cat, D6 luck, please.
I get
Thank you,
burn it?
Neurocroc. No.
Oh, I get
You
it.
get to spend it. Neurocroc. Thank you. They need to start spending a lot more quickly though. It's only one, but one helps.
Yeah, every point counts.
Yeah.
I'll use every single one of them. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah. You don't see you. It doesn't seem to be an entity. It just seems to be something, a light, but a light that actually moved through the vehicle itself, not just through the glass, shining through the glass, but through the metal and the material. It seems to just go through everything, and it leaves like that little bit of translucence of where it came from,
Like a
And
snail
it left
trail.
that through the trees too,
and it
right?
left that through the trees. Yes.
Okay.
You're 150 yards away, and it's starting to move slowly towards you.
I'm gonna try to juke my way around it, but still make my way to the car.
It seems to see you, and that's why it's coming towards you.
Oh, so it's tracking.
Both
Okay.
of you. As you move forward, it's now moving towards both of you. Would you like to do another power roll, or would you like to
There's just one light.
Yeah,
There's one
just
light.
one light?
Edward, why don't you go
I go
further
left,
out,
you go right.
and I'll keep getting closer.
I will distract it. I will start.
I'll
So
distract it. You run.
oh, you
'Cause
want me
if
to run?
Yeah, towards her because you can carry
It's
easier.
true. Okay, I
Oh
should
my
start.
God.
Power.
You see, like
Power.
like I'm entering like the Terminator run, just douche, 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 like through the mud.
Douche,
like
douche, douche.
And I'm trying to get closer, but here's the power.
power.
Okay, so you know this. You know that something is wrong about this. You know that you're putting yourself in danger, and you're pushing forward and going towards it, and it's going towards you, as your boxer. I can't pronounce your name.
Edward.
Edward runs off to the woods, and you lose him instantly in the woods. But at the same time, you're in the woods. Can I have a navigation, please?
I thought you weren't
Me
going
or
full
You.
into the woods.
Oh, okay.
You were just skirting
With the
around
heavy
the edge of
rain,
the road.
the
Oh man.
Yep.
thick bush, the heavy rain. That's good.
I'm gonna spin.
Oh my-
I'm gonna spend my 2 points so I can get it to a success because my
My
Was it
mine's
10?
a 10.
Okay,
Hey, look, Neurocroc, that points is coming in. I told you I'd be spinning them.
that was pretty
Yep.
quickly. So you as soon as you get in, it's dark and it's like you lose your direction almost instantly as soon as you get in there. But you see just the edge, you see just the tiniest bit of light from it, and you start running parallel to it, not towards, but parallel, and you come out on the other side. Now, 100 yards away, it's now moving towards Jacob, and Jacob's slowly moving towards it. Another power check, please.
Both of us?
Power!
No, just you, because you're walking towards this thing.
1v1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're pushing through your fear in this dark, stormy night. Edmund races down. You can see Edmund come out of the other, just in the very faintest of sight. You can see him come out behind and head towards the car. Do you have a flashlight?
So about that, I was I was sort of banking on that, the fact that like maybe the headlights of the car is still working.
They went out a while ago.
Mhm.
That was mentioned.
It was. I do not. I'm just booking it by the light of the moon.
Are either of you
What light of the
Lightning.
moon? It's a storm.
Lightning.
are either of you smokers and might have
Dude, there was lightning.
Yeah, there was lightning. I see by the lightning
Okay.
and the residual trail left
Okay.
behind by the aberration.
So you're going by the lightning. You get to the car and you're trying to look into the car. You smell something off in the car. Something you've never smelt before. It's like a smoke, but it's almost like a toxic chemical smoke that's happening. And hello, Guild Adune. Guild Adune?
Gilda Dene.
Okay, just checking.
Gilda
My
Adune.
pronunciation's horrible right now. So I'm also dealing in French. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. We are currently in a spooky, scary environment where we have a businessman facing off against a mysterious entity.
1v1.
Where a boxer is trying to check on what's happening in the car, which it just came from, and by the light of the lightning, it flashes down, and you can see inside the car is just ash. There is no
Ash?
body at all. The seat
You might want to let the
the
businessman
seat
know that.
itself, what leather was there, has been burnt away in the shape of a young girl, or say a young woman.
Oh God! I see that's a non-starter. I look. Was there the gun? Did I see that in the brief flash?
In the brief flash, can I get a spot check? And can I get a spot check from Jacob, please, facing off against the big evil entity?
I didn't see nothing.
You didn't see nothing, no, you did not.
I was too shocked.
Jacob though,
15 out of 25.
You get a feeling that that whatever it is reacted to the lightning flash. Not in a positive way. It's like the lightning flash went to the side, which gave the light to Edmond, and it seemed to it didn't turn, but you have a feeling that it sensed it, and is now no longer walking towards you, but moving away from where that lightning flash came from. Although it's still not very far from you. Meanwhile,
You just need to get struck by lightning. That's what I'm hearing.
Superpowers.
Yeah.
So what's Rose doing?
Nope.
Did Rose leave the cafe with Lily and Amelia?
You could talk to Bobby. No, Billy. Billy cowering in the back. He definitely just saw it and ran away from it.
So
Yeah, the stocky.
You know what? Yep. Sure, Sam was not very helpful.
well, you haven't asked Sam about Billy.
Or not, sorry. We're about Clem. Sorry, it was Jake who wasn't very helpful.
No, Jake's not helpful.
No.
Except that he does.
What
have
a
a
section
cat.
can't have like a scalpel that I could just be like poking him with to be like behave. But
Yeah. So, Sam, if you ask Sam about, are you asking about Clem and asking about Billy?
yeah, I'll probably start with Clem. Just like,
Okay. What are you asking?
Sam, you said something about Clem, or I'm assuming that was is the young lady's boyfriend who just ran off. You were talking about like what's the story there?
Oh, he's just just a deadbeat that she hangs around. I mean, we're not the most educated around here. Well, maybe not, except for Amelia, but and the doc, of course. But he's just always in trouble, and that Billy, Billy looks up to. Billy will fight for anyone that he looks up to. Will follow anyone that he looks up to and get into trouble. Thug work, whatever. They run in a gang back in town, but I think Mary's done something. I think she's got Clem to do something, and Clem's then got Billy, and I think they were the ones that attacked. Like I think they attacked Amelia. We don't talk about things like this, but the doc had money. The doc's retired. He's got some money, and some of the families around here. Well, we're a close knit community, but sometimes secrets need to be kept and things like that. So some of the families they paid the doc a little bit extra. That's how I was able to retire and live in like the nice refurbished house up in the hill. And Amelia also benefited from that. The doc bought her a brand new car, brand new sports motor car, and she races around, never short of money. When she pays for things, it's always a crisp note and never asks for change. I think Mary just resented that and saw that as her way out. So I think the doc's in danger. I think something's happened.
I have no doubt something has happened, and unfortunately, there's something. Do you know any way that we could potentially convince Billy to actually tell us what he's done? Do you know anything, or? I don't know him.
I'll give you a psychology.
Rose wants
Okay.
that hot
Or
topic.
spot hidden. Or listen, either one would work.
Okay.
Whichever one works
I'm
better.
sorry, I am doing a little bit of metagame on what am I best at out of those
No,
three.
that's exactly why I'm giving you options.
Spot hidden it is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And a hard success. When he ran in, he seemed to have regressed. He seemed to be more childlike in nature. So whatever trauma has taken upon him, you don't think that he's going to be responsive unless it takes time and effort to try to get anything out of him. He's like, even now you can hear like childlike murmuring and screams back there about the rain and about this thing, and like he's not the adult, which like his brain is turned to mush in a different way from Jake's and everybody else's.
Yep. Which is fair. Actually, no, I've got the better one. Sam, do you sell flashlights in your convenience store?
And umbrellas.
Still looking for the
Kitchen
umbrella.
knives?
Yes.
Any kitchen knives back there?
You can buy a flashlight if you'd like.
I saw a gun in that
But of course, because this is Call of Cthulhu, give something, but always take something away. There's only 2 flashlights that you can sell.
All right. So Rose also doesn't know about the whole like nuclear outline that was left behind. So she's gonna go buy the 2 flashlights. Is there something like an umbrella or something? Because I know the electronics were not the sturdiest when it came to water.
No electronics. No umbrellas in the gas station. As you're doing that, you can see like very faint in the distance on the occasional flash of lightning. 2 figures down the road walking south, getting just drenched. As Lily and Amelia.
Before we went too far, I was gonna ask Amelia if she wanted to try and take one of the cars, like ask Jake if we could borrow his truck and bring it back.
I bet you the keys are still in the truck.
Keys are still in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe not ask.
Correct answers.
Rose would not be down with this. Eon is very down with taking the racist jerk's truck.
So Amelia she's just determined. She wants to get back to the farm, like to the house, no matter what. Whatever suggestion
she
that gets
starts
her
walking.
there, she will do.
But
she's not
Lily,
waiting. Like she just wants to
Lily
go.
hops into the truck is
The
a little
in the
south
middle
of
of
the
Yep. little south.
Yeah.
Can you drive
And
a
it's-
truck?
We're about to find out.
Can you?
Do you have your Class C license for truckers?
Is it that kind of truck? I thought it was like a pickup truck, but no, that's fair. That's more like a box truck.
Back in the 1920s, gearboxes we know gearboxes we know today, were not standardized. We're very, very not standardized. Driving a car was very, very complex. Like very, very complex. So that's why I asked. Otherwise, like I'm not just going, oh, can you drive a car? It's more like it's not a simple thing to drive a car.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I like
You
have
can turn the key, but it's a case of you'll need to do a roll.
It's like getting in an automatic. If you don't hit that clutch just right, you will stall out the engine. Period.
right.
Manual, not automatic.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right. You knew what I was talking about.
But in this case, the clutch might be a lever on one car, maybe a pedal on another, and maybe something over here. They're all over the place back in the 1920s. So to get to drive the truck, the keys are in there. If that's your plan, you just need to have to do a drive auto.
Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna go up to Jake, the good old boy.
So you go back. So she's walking down the road. You leave her walking down the road. You run back into the diner.
Run back in, and in my most drenched damsel in distress, honed by like years of using feminine wiles in the 20s as a private eye, and maybe like also playing up the fact that I'm drenched. I don't know if he's into that. Say,
Are you into wet women?
Mr. Burns, Jake, may I call you Jake? My friend Amelia, she's taken off down the road to the south, away from the lights you saw up north.
The lights?
And
The lights are gonna chase you. Gonna chase us all. They're gonna kill you.
Yeah, they're up north. They're chasing people up north. She's going south, but I'm
North,
very
south, they're
worried
everywhere. There's more than one. Don't you know that? There's always more than one.
And that's why I'm so scared, frail, feminine, and weak. Do you think perhaps you could drive me a mere 10 minutes down the road to the south, in the opposite direction of the lights? I would be ever so grateful.
Of course, I'll drive you down to protect you, young lass. But it's there's others here I need to protect instead. So it's saving more than one to like protecting you or protecting all these people here. I've got to protect everyone here.
Your wayfish womanly ways didn't persuade him.
As much as he's bold, he's a coward.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
All right. Then I say, I understand you're very brave, and go out to his car and
Steal it.
what?
As horrible as it is, do you think that the old man who was driving the couple might be potentially willing to drive you guys? I don't remember his name.
The old man. He's actually
Winifred and Tenny?
yeah. Teddy.
Teddy.
Their car has been smashed. That's the one that the Mary smashed.
Right.
Anyway, what's happening with everybody else? So we need to try to get everyone together to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we get together and move on?
Yeah, sorry. Rose grabbed the flashlights and was trying to go towards oh gods. I have no memory for names.
Amelia or the other?
Edward. No, say Edward and Jacob.
Okay.
Because
The light has moved away from between.
You can't leave one of those
Edward and-
flashlights with me. You need.
I don't know you're in the cafe.
I don't know I'm in the cafe.
You're
I'm
in
in the
and out.
gas station.
You went to the gas station, then when
I thought you were down the road.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why we're trying to get everyone together. Okay, so the light between Edward, and Jacob have moved away, so it's no longer in between you, so you can get back together and what you need to do.
And Edward, as we run, he goes, we need to get into the car and we need to go. That thing made ash out of that woman. She is no more. She is into the wind. We need to leave. If that is going to check on the old man, that is not that kind of ash, different ash. If we need to go, then we need to go. This is not safe at all.
It torched her.
It didn't torture. It obliterated her. She is no more. There is nothing left of this woman.
Right. Okay.
It is unnatural what has happened.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, let's get to the car.
Just get the car, get the woman, make sure that they are fine, and then just drive. And maybe pick up the old man and just go. Yeah, we just start. And I say this too as I'm booking. I'm like, but actually no, I'm fit as heck. I'm saying this and like keeping a good jog.
Your cardiovascular health is
Just,
damn.
not mine. Edward's is delicious.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So you're running back to the cars, running back to the essentially where everyone is.
Yes.
Is Rose going to join people, or going to stay by themselves?
What? Rose is like
got
trying
your
to
flashlight.
find those two.
You got those two. You can group up with those
Yeah.
two. Okay. So
Yeah,
you've
the
got
car
three
is at the
people
gas
together.
station. Yeah.
The car's at the gas station.
I'm gonna ask the old couple if they would want to come with us if we took a car and peace
GTFO.
out south. Like, would they be?
I
Or
say
do they
to
want
evac
it-
them.
Yeah, do they want to stay in the cafe or would they want to come with us? if we
Oh,
tried?
Rini, did you see that lightning? Did you see that lightning flash over there? Oh, what a rough night. No, I don't think we should be traveling tonight. It's just a bit too much.
Foolish for
Not
my
safe
blood.
on the roads. And with that accident, you need to call the police with the accident down the road. That poor girl. Okay, she drew a gun on us, but like she's injured, isn't she?
In a matter of speaking.
You could say that.
She's not hurting, if that's what you're asking.
Oh boy,
She's
now
not-
Gallows humor
yeah,
comes out.
she's not injured.
Not anymore.
But are you gonna like come back to the car then, since you can't save the three people who don't want to leave the diner? Or four?
So let's just say we get together, the entire group.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan?
Amelia has head off south, and I think we should grab our car, I guess. Whatever. Unless one of you can drive a truck.
I
In
could
which
probably drive a truck. I did so in my army days. I could do so again.
Then maybe we take both. And we head south. We pick up Amelia. We check in really quick on her grandfather. And then we just keep going south. We just head back. I know you had a match, planned, but there's some weird things going on. And
We can find a way to a different town, not through here. This
yeah,
place is chaos.
yeah,
It must be a chaos.
yes. We'll go back the way we came until we find a more reliable location and perhaps a different route. Yes.
Okay, can I get a sanity check between both of you?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sanity.
I am very sane. By 1 point, I am sane. You might want to spend some money. So, I don't want to tell you how to live your sanity life.
It's up to you.
Is talking is with Edward really so
Yep. There's a
maddening?
reason. There's a reason.
Well, the conversation a little bit.
Okay, so I'm saying you haven't said you're spending your luck. So, as you call,
I am gonna spend luck.
No,
No.
too late.
You can't spend luck on sanity checks,
Too
can
late.
you?
Actually,
Oh,
you
I
can't.
didn't know that.
That's right.
that's
But in this case, it dawns on you that they're all like, if something's not done, they're all going to die. It's if you just run away, it's not going to stop. Something has to stop it. The drunk isn't going to stop it. He's drunk. He's a maniac. The thug in the closet. He's a kid. He's bonkers. The old man and lady, they're not. Sam's not going to do anything. It's on you. If you just leave, that could be like part of your conscience. Every single one of them would die.
I'm filling up the car with gas. I'm tanking up the car.
I was. What you're filling up the car with gas?
I'm filling the car up with gas.
I'm just gonna put like a slap of 10 down, like a slap of $5 down on top. Be like, close enough.
Yep.
Another person who doesn't bother to leave change doesn't ask for change back.
There's no sanity loss in that, but that's what the check was about.
I was kind of thinking that the only people Amelia said something about her and her grandfather fighting off the lights, or something to that effect. If she or him are lucid enough to elucidate on that, then maybe stick around and not have a bunch of deaths on our conscience. If not, south it is to living with deaths on my conscience.
Now, the only thing I want to check is that if we're taking both vehicles, we are just randomly stealing a poor man's truck with potentially no intention to return it.
A poor, racist, cowardly man's truck.
Good enough for me. Let's go. Let's not talk about it because there's still the ball of light over there, and I prefer it not. I don't know what it did, but I don't want to find out.
Let us just take the one car. We will take the one car. We will go check on the girl, see if the grandpa is still alive. If they have something that they know can stop it, then we can try. But if not, my life is very valuable, and this is not the first death I have seen, and this is not the last death I will see.
Well said.
At the very least, maybe we can get some help back in town who might know how to stop it. But for right now,
true.
Let's.
So, are you going to the house, or are you going just south? That's all I want to know.
I think house was the call we were going to potentially see.
Going south until we reach Amelia, who has a little tiny bit of a walking head start. Pick her up south to the
house.
Okay.
Drive to the house. Yeah.
Fantastic. So you take one of the cars. Doesn't matter if it's your own or whatnot. I'm not okay right now. So you start moving, and the rain is still heavy. It's insanely hard to drive. Can I have a drive auto from the driver at the moment? Is anyone looking into the woods or anything like that as you're driving? What's going on?
Rose would be looking out to try and keep an eye out for Amelia, since we're
Okay.
vaguely looking for her.
Can I get
As
a spot
someone
hidden,
that's-
please?
Yeah, and as someone
Absolutely.
has seen the ball, I would definitely be keeping an eye out for it.
Another spot hidden, please.
Woohoo! I get to lose some sanity.
Woohoo! Cat,
My eyes dilate.
Oh.
sanity check, please.
I see
We
everything.
won't get to lose sanity.
Sanity check,
I
please,
see the
from-
plot hooks.
Cat,
I
sanity
see
check.
forever.
It's all
Any
you.
check, actually?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
As you see
I'm
a
still
light moving through, like the forest,
I
you
will-
catch up to Amelia, as the road takes its turn up the road towards the hill. You know the road here has been. It's not the main road anymore. It's just a long driveway. It's been recently graded and renovated and made better, but it's a lot harder to go from the main road up this driveway. So from now on, all drive autos is going to be hard only. So
And how far? Now that Amelia's in the car, can I ask her how long
it's
of a
just
walk
up the hill.
it is?
It's not very far. It's just up the hill. It switches back, and she explains that the road itself switches back on itself, going back
Like a-
towards where the light you just saw, moving slowly through the woods.
I'll explain that, and I'll be like, it may. I don't know if it will do us more harm than good to just hike it from here. The light would cut us off if they pass up that they hit. I do not know if we are able to outdrive it, especially in these conditions.
It's going to be
That's
faster in the car than possibly getting lost in the
Oh,
woods.
that is
And
true.
getting separated is very easily. Would you
But
like
we
to
have
get
two
separated?
flashlights now. Like we're not necessarily gonna get.
I haven't stopped the car.
I,
Oh yeah,
No.
keep driving. Keep driving. I'm just. Oh yeah, I'm like
If
positive.
they want to get out, they can jump out. But I'm not stopping the car.
No. And I go. If anything, I'm just telling you ways to avoid the light. Like I'm like sitting beside you, going, no, look, see there's the light. I don't know if you can speed up to see if we can get past it or let it try to float by. Head right. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep driving until we fuck up
Can't
the
drive.
car.
Yeah.
Driving
Okay.
with the ditch.
So,
And then we can start walking.
Hey.
so now the whole group's together. The six of you with Amelia. You drive up the road. Can I have a hard drive auto this time?
Can he get a bonus because I'm like helping spot things with my amazing eyeballs?
You can. If you pass a spot hidden.
Again?
If you pass a spot hidden, you can have a bonus dice for that.
Okay, I did it.
Okay.
I'm amazing.
So this time you're not looking at the woods, you're just looking at the path in front.
Yeah.
So now it's still a hard check, but roll your dice, and then click on the bonus dice on top of that.
That
which is a
didn't help.
6. So a 68 or a 68
58.
is still a failure.
Set you up for success, my man.
But it's not just a failure, it's a hard check. So it's more than just a failure.
It's okay.
Mhm.
So in this
There's
circumstances,
not enough luck to fix that.
you're trying to dodge potholes. You're trying to it gets stuck a few times on the road, and then suddenly the engine just stops and stalls, and no matter what you do, it's not going to get back together.
Just start cursing. I'm cursing in French. Just like putting my way down through all the different curse words.
well, guess we
Amelia,
walk.
we're not that far. We might be able to run. Might be able to get there. We can go through the road, or we can go through the forest, up the hill.
I vote road because at the very least, the light is currently in those trees.
That is true. Yeah,
I vote
just
road.
stay on the road for now. Split up if we need to, but stay on the road for now.
Running or walking?
I'm booking it.
Fantastic.
walking.
Anyone else? There's only one speed. There's a group speed here. Otherwise, we start having people falling behind, which is always great in horror movies.
I mean, Rose is fast, but I also don't know if...
Wait, where's the speed?
I think we're all going to be running because Amelia is going to be running regardless of what we do. So if we're going to keep up with her, we're going to have to run.
I'm
all right.
There's no speed. It's more a case of how fast are you going to push yourself.
I keep up with Amelia only because she would know where we're going.
Yeah.
Yep.
So whatever speed
Amelia sets the pace.
Yeah.
As you start running on the road, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Start running on the road. What are people doing while running? Like, where are people's eyes? What are people looking at? What are people doing? Anything?
I trust my feet. I'm gonna be like where I scanned the light earlier. I'm gonna be seeing like if it's advanced, where it's going. So I'm gonna be clocking the forest.
Okay, so you're clocking the forest.
My eyes are going from Amelia, partly to make sure
you don't
like, where she's going, and but also to make sure she's okay. To my feet, to make sure I'm not tripping on potholes or something, or breaking my ankle, back and forth.
Okay. Eon?
Rose is looking at her feet because it's dark, slippery, and muddy. She wants to, like, she's focusing on the road. End of the day.
Phoenix.
Yes, I'll be looking around with Edward. It seems our job.
Okay. Anyone that's not looking at their feet, dodge, please.
What?
Anyone that's not looking at their feet, dodge.
Dodge, okay.
For the slippiness of the road.
I can dodge. I feel good about that.
You are in a former boxer. Would you like to spend some...
I'd love to spend that 8 luck. I'm throwing that luck every time.
Have you got any way of like pushing that roll? So
you gotta climb.
Yeah. Actually, if this is in regards to the environment, natural world, because I'm trying to see what's the best place to go.
Nice call. Like natural world. The first one, of course, Edward used the luck, and you pass. Ooh. You don't hurt yourself because that's always good when pushing rolls. So you're keeping up pace. You're even though you're almost warming yourself up by running. By running in such a bad weather, you're cooling yourself down, and you're almost at risk of hypothermia and exposure. You get to the front porch, and we actually have a map for everybody, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll actually get the old maps because I actually had that set up for where everyone is. Where'd I put them all? That side.
On the map.
There we go. So we have a map for the cottage. So it's Greenacre Cottage. Is where you find yourself. There we go. And I'll actually switch over to the map. We haven't had much action, so here we go.
I don't like that they're just bodies. Like, I know I can't see through walls.
No, you can't.
Meta though. That don't look good.
No.
It's fine.
Always fine.
We totally aren't getting chased around by a ball of plasma that is nuclearizing anything it comes in contact with towards a house with a woman who is determined to not confess or talk about what she's seen and keeps talking about how she's not crazy. This doesn't line up with like a terrible thing at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, we probably haven't been herded to this particular spot.
Exactly. Can I as you get to the house, you get to the house and the first thing you notice is there's no light on. There's no light when you get to the house at all, because as it says in the handouts in the game, it's more scary that way. I'm not kidding. That's what it says.
Chaosium.
So you get to that. Can I get a
Oh,
Can I get a spot, please?
It's good, no?
From only the people with the
Spot.
flashlights. From
Not
two
it.
people. With
I have
flashlights.
one. Who has the other? Who wants the other?
I
I
mean,
asked you for one earlier.
Oh,
I
there
do
you
think
go.
Snoozy asked
Yeah.
for
Yep.
that one. So
Alright.
you two can
Yep.
do your
You got it.
spot hiddens.
That is my first failure on a spot hidden today.
Would you like to
But
spend luck?
screw it. We're at endgame. I will spend the 7 luck.
Okay.
yeah.
So as you spend your luck, and you're sweeping past as you going towards the cottage. You see a number of things. One, you see what looks to be slide marks, or someone that slipped over running,
Oh.
and slid several times in the mud, and had run at great speed. The other thing that you pick up is that there seems to be a large metal object out on the front lawn leading up to the stairs that's half sticking into the mud. When you get closer to it, it's a crowbar.
Is it like sword in the
Yoink.
stone? Yeah.
It's not saw in the stone. You can pick it up. It's not. You're not you're not a god. You're just a very naughty boy. I know mixed Monty Python messages there. Sorry. So yes.
Yeah, Rose would grab the crowbar then.
Okay. So we grabbed the murder weapon.
Oh, good. I'm not planning to survive this anyway, but still. Oh, good.
Yeah.
You're my favorite lightning conduit.
Also, the door is also left open. I missed that one too. The door is
Alright.
left swinging in the breeze, in the storm, and the light is off. So, Amelia says, "There's a generator in the basement. We'll need to get the generator working to get the lights on. Does anyone have experience with mechanical things?"
Question. Just in case I'm miscounting, but why are there 6 tokens with 4 people plus Amelia?
Who have I got?
You might have had Molly's.
Mary's there. Sorry, that's me.
Okay. Sorry, I just had this little moment of just like, well, I'm so glad I have a crowbar.
It's our ghost player.
Just another token following as part of the party, and you slowly realized it wasn't any of. Yeah.
Yep. that was my little moment of panic of just like, hi.
Anyway,
What?
Anyway,
Yeah, what
let's move
power
on.
do you
Amelia.
know?
Let's
Amelia.
move on.
Yeah.
Let's get the stress levels
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
The lights are out. Who's going in to turn on the lights?
I do not know how to operate this generator.
I have a
Maybe
flashlight.
it'll
I'll go with you. I'll go with you if you want to turn the light on, Jacob. Or try to.
Amelia,
I will
where-
still go inside the house.
Then why don't I and Rose and Amelia go find the generator while the two of you check the first floor?
There's only one floor.
Okay.
Amelia says,
I,
second door to the left goes down to the basement, and shouldn't be too hard to get it up and running.
Before we go in, Rose and Lily, since y'all have the lights, the light balls seem to be afraid of light.
I'm gonna hope that's correct. So, but good thing to know. Thank you.
Oh, then in that case, I am not going to be leaving your side.
Well, Lily has one. The private eye out with you.
Oh,
has
wait,
it.
I am staying with you then. Okay. Whew. Okay.
I mean, this is entirely up to you.
No,
I'm just offering to go inside into the. Can I second guess this one now? She's not actually moving away from walking with Jacob.
Get yourself organized in your
So-
two groups and start moving.
Mhm. Yep.
Jake and Rose are going downstairs?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And
We're going into the basement. Yes.
And I'll put a flashlight on the people with them.
All right. I'm just moving.
There.
Then, Lily, I'm with you. If we want to look at some of the other places in the house first, we can, or we can just wait for them, whichever you prefer. But I would rather be out of the way.
I'm gonna ask
Quit running
Amelia.
away.
Amelia seems to be okay waiting in the rain until the lights are on.
Oh,
Do you not want to head
That's a
inside?
warm, fuzzy feeling.
As much as I want to, and she looks around in all you can see is like flashes of lightning in the distance, and like the blackness of the tree covers, like the tree, and she just looks back and she's like, I think I'll wait for the light.
Okay, then I will stay here with you. I do not want to leave you two ladies by yourself.
So for those,
I would be remiss to do otherwise.
I want to ask Amelia to take my non-flashlight hand.
she does so.
Partly to
Partly to reassure her, partly to reassure you. And I think I've lost a little bit of connection. No, okay, that's hers. So we'll move on with Jacob and Rose. Hopefully, okay, we're back. So Jacob and Rose, you enter the house. As soon as you enter the house, there's a everything just is still. It's been weird being on the road for these 20 minutes and running on the road as well. But there's less rain, and it's not warm in the house. It's still cold, and as you start moving through, there's a doorway to your right, another one to the right, and then you can see a corner to the left, not too far away.
Well, she said second door on the left, so I think just go straight there.
Yes.
All right. I would advise staying close, just because we don't have a lot of light. And Rose just moves down the hallway. I was just trying to get to the staircase, I think, there.
You start moving around the hallway. You can see that there's a door right next to you, and there's another one further on. You find the staircase to the basement. Can I get a power check, please? As you again have to push yourself down into the dark basement, even with a flashlight. There's this sense of uneasiness here.
Mm-hmm.
You push yourself through. Rose, I'll give you a bonus to the next success, which we need to actually start the generator. An old mechanical electrical generator, which was state of the art at this time, and looks like it's quite new, but you need to figure out how to do it. So either Phoenix or Eon. Mechanical repair.
Rose is not mechanically inclined, so
I'll be doing mechanical repair.
That is appreciated.
So you can take the bonus from the previous extreme success.
Rose is just really good at holding the flashlight.
You know what? As somebody who's had to do repairs in the dark, that does make all the difference in the world.
Just like a steady nursing, med student hand. Like it's not shaking at all, just right where it needs to be.
Yeah.
So the generator starts up, and it starts gurgling, and then suddenly lights start up, music even starts up, which is a little bit concerning that there's no music playing in the household.
Call me a worrywart, but I didn't expect there to be music. Did you?
Given that the power was off, we don't know what was working at the time, so.
Okay.
And for those outside, the lights start up, and you start hearing music from the inside once the lights are on, once the power is now on.
I'll let the ladies go first, and I'll follow up after them. If they do go.
Amelia
All right.
runs in
Yeah, I'll say,
and drags.
Amelia, lead me to where you think your grandfather is, and don't go too fast so Edouard can stay with us.
Amelia pulls you into one of the front into the front room itself. Inside the room, it's the reception room. Immediately, some things just stand out to you. The 3 points of interest is the fact that there's 2 dead bodies. An old man, well, it's quite obvious. An old man slumped in a chair. A younger man, and what seems to be an open metal coffer sitting on the floor between them. Looks like it's fallen off the mantelpiece next to the younger man. The older man, you could assume to be Mr. Webb, a classic example of New England patrician with thin, heavy-lined face and a close-cropped white hair slumped against the armchair. His shoulder and face ashen. You also notice that his shoulder has what seems to be a wound, a large wound. The younger man, though, the younger man in his early 20s, about his face contorted in agony, almost unrecognizable. His jawbone and many of his joints have been severely self-dislocated in the throes of violent convulsions, as he lies like a discarded and broken marionette on the floor. The lower half of his body has been reduced to ash, as if some intense heat have burnt through the ground. On what remains of his upper body, his skin is blood blotched and blackened, and his veins have exploded within. His eyes are red with black mashes of hematage. Silent, can I get a sanity check, please, for those in the room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say that definitely warrants a sanity check.
sure.
Hard success. Very
Hard
same.
success. Take one sanity for the hard success. And for the failure, 4 sanity.
4. Okay.
4 sanity. Also, between the 2 people is a 20 gauge shotgun.
I am going to rush forward. I'm going to take the shotgun because I'm proficient at shotgun. And I'm going, you know, right? And then I'm going to look at what I expect is Clyde. Is it Claude? Clem. Clem. I'm gonna look at Clem's lower half. Does the disintegration look very, very reminiscent of what happened to Mary? The lower half.
The lower half does. Take another sanity check, or say another sanity point of loss for the investigation.
Fair enough.
You also check whether the shotgun is loaded.
That's the next thing I was gonna do.
Okay.
The shotgun has, it's a double barrel shotgun. It's missing one.
So
one shot has gone off.
Okay.
And it's only got one shell on the side.
I've got one shell left in here. One must have been.
Oh wait, sorry, that's my mistake. It's a single barrel, and it's not double barrel, and it's empty.
Oh, it's empty.
It's empty.
Okay,
yes.
this is empty. I'll hold on to it in case we find something. It might be useful. At the very least, it's good bludgeoning. I look over and pay my respects to the old man.
It's about this time the others come back upstairs.
Right.
You can see the lights and the flashlights. Even though the lights are on, you can see the flashlights. You can see the people walking around the living room.
Looks like they're up over here. Rose is not going to enter the room yet, just because of there being people like still by the door and going, is everything all right? Did you find the grandfather?
So I'm still holding. I'm holding on to Amelia.
He pulls you further in.
Yeah, I'll follow her in and ask her, "Is that your grandfather in the chair?"
Yes. They attacked us. We fought them off, and then everything went black.
I look at you said there's like a metal like urn or vase or something similar.
Casket about this big. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look. Do I see like blood marks? Like it maybe it was used as a bludgeoning implement against someone's noggin.
As you look at the urn, it seems out of place. It seems a bit weird. I mean, there's curios around the place, but this certainly is out of the place. There's no blood marks or anything on it. You do see, like in that side of investigation, a poker on like in the room with blood marks. At the end of the poker, where she had admitted that she threw a poker at one of the attackers.
Which is fine. Yeah.
But it just seems out of place, and there's this strange smell to it.
Is it a similar smell to a smelly smell that I've smelled earlier?
No. It's just this.
It is a different smell. Okay.
Yeah.
I look over and I go, "Do you know what this is? This seems to have been maybe what they were fighting over."
She says, it's always been. My grandfather always had it with him in where he lived. He always says that it's very old and don't ever touch it. It gave me nightmares. It just feels weird. So I never touched it. I've never seen it open before. And inside it seems like almost an ashen, like just a little bit of like ashen dust inside. And there's like a little bit of ash on the carpet where you picked it up from.
After I'll like write it, and after I write it, I'll put it down like on a coffee table or something.
Mm-hmm. Can I get a power check?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Can I get a sanity check, please?
Oh, I mean, I assume I was definitely like playing.
Oh wait,
some
no. Actually, power in this case.
Power.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You feel
I'm
more
a
than
the only
happy.
person.
You feel more than happy putting it, like just not going back to it.
Perfect. Done and done.
That
Okay.
uneasiness
Wait,
is
this
a.
was the poker that you weren't supposed to touch. And
No,
felt wrong?
it was like it's like a
That's the coffee.
metallic box that had
Yeah.
some of the ashes and stuff in it, and a smelly smell. It's no smelly.
Okay, that was the thing she was told not to touch,
Yeah.
and she
Yes.
never did. And okay,
And
Gives you-
now
gives
you've
you
got
bad
that
vibes.
same vibe of it. Gives you that nauseous style. Yeah.
I could see how they would give you nightmares. This whole situation gives me nightmares. Your grandfather, may he rest in the arms of the Lord. He is no longer with us. We seem to be hunted by whatever strange thing is still up there. If we do not know how it came, if there is not a way to stop it, do we want to even stay?
His journal. He
I
might know some. There might be something in his journal. In his room. And into the hallway. In his study, and she points to essentially where, like almost where you are.
Could you show us where it is?
Yep.
Just, I don't want to quite go through your grandfather's things or your things now, I suppose.
before we leave the viewing room or the whatever room,
Reception room.
Reception room, I want to take a look at the not touch, but take a look at the metal container and see if there's any inscriptions on it. Specifically anything that maybe looks vaguely similar to her amulet.
Necklace, not amulet, but yes.
Necklace.
Do an investigation, spot hidden, etc. Or archaeology, if you've got something along them lines.
I can see how this connection got made.
Yeah, I can see that connection.
Yep.
picking up what you're putting down.
I thought about it. I just didn't want to risk the sanity loss.
I've been doing good on sanity for the most part. So like, I'm like, I'm not too insane yet. I'm shook at the very least.
I've got like I have.
But you're the one that's
I have
doing that
one
investigation.
in archaeology.
You can do an archaeology or spots or something on there.
Hidden or investigation.
Spot hidden.
Yeah.
Spot hidden.
So when I run games like this, I will give you options of what you can do, because in Call of Cthulhu, where especially when you push a roll, you can actually tackle the same thing in multiple ways. So it's up to you which dice you want to roll, which style. But in this case, you failed unless you want to spend that luck.
I'm gonna spend the points.
Okay.
Right.
Fantastic.
That's
so you
7
luck you spent. You have a look around it. Can I also get a sanity roll?
No.
So you have a look around it, and you're trying to see if it's connected to that. You've only seen the amulet once, but there's still a bit of a weirdness to it.
Hard success.
1 sanity point. I know I didn't give it to Kat previously, but I was hard on her for another part, which I didn't mean to be.
I gain a sanity
No,
point?
you lose.
You lose.
Okay,
You lose.
And I wish that's how it worked. Roll sanity, you get some back. Yeah.
No. So in this case, yes, you lose a little bit of sanity. Is you have that uneasiness around it. One thing you do gain from your search though is that it feels a lot heavier than it should be. It's metal, but it seems to be made of lead. Whatever was supposed to be contained inside it is contained within lead from both lines from the bottom and the top of the container when put together, and also the that smell, that weird smell. It seems to be like a seal that seals the container, and it's been cracked open. But that seal is what smells so badly.
Amelia, do you know what the seal on this container used to be? Did
Human fly.
your father tell you?
We never. I just never wanted. Well, I was told never to touch it, never to try to open it, and I didn't want to. It just always gave me weird feelings, and I just didn't want to. You had it back at the old place too. I just don't know.
Yep.
It's always been. I can remember as a young kid, seeing it on the mantel shelf and just not wanting to go near it.
And it was just sitting like normal on the mantle. Earlier
She points.
today
She
when
points.
you were...
It goes he had it right up there, just sitting there. And there's an empty spot on the mantelpiece where obviously it would sit.
Okay.
Well, it's probably tied to whatever ended up with those balls of light. So, Amelia, would you be able to show us where the journal is, just so that those things being back?
I know he's hidden it away somewhere. He has where does he keep his key? His fog watch. He has his key in his fog watch. That's where he keeps his key. You will need the key. Yes.
I don't want to pat down your dead grandpa. Would you be willing to search him for it?
It's only respectful if you...
It's true. Here's the thing. That is your grandpa, not my grandpa, and I would feel real disrespectful to the dead. Rest in peace. Rest his soul. If I were to frisk him for his belongings.
For the group that were very softy soft for this person initially, you're now adding to the trauma, getting her to rob him.
100%. I'm not going to touch I'm not going to touch your dead grandfather. Heck no.
I'm sorry. I was playing nice before and got slapped down for it by her. So no.
I know.
Rose has no patience left.
So she gingerly and very, very hesitantly goes through and gets the fog watch and opens it up and gets a small little brass key.
You are doing so much good for everyone here. Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna go still search the study. Would somebody come with me? You said it was just down the hall here.
Just this one there.
Why
Is it-
don't we all come?
Yeah, let's all go. There's no
Right.
use in splitting up.
All right. So we'll go into the.
Move everyone
Study.
into the study.
Yep. Is Amelia coming too, or okay?
Amelia's coming too. So, this room is given over to Dr. Webb's old personal letters, records, largely out-of-date books of medicine, a large library of natural history of New England, and a sizable collection of lepidaria. So,
The butterfly collection.
yes, butterfly collection.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually put in practice when I did the stuff butterflies. Butterfly collection, pinned out in glass-fronted frames, hung on the walls. So, in the room, there's also a large study bureau which is locked, which is you have the key.
Yep.
Inside the bureau are the following: $600 in cash, which in 1920s is a
Yes.
fortune.
That's
That
Yeah.
Yep. No, no.
An account book for Arkham First National Bank containing a balance of $19,000.
woo.
A pot of smelly wax ointment something. A small black leather-bound journal hidden under piles of legal papers and personal certificates, etc.
Rose would pick up the journal and then ask, "Are you all right with me reading this, or do you want to?"
She just sits herself down. She seems like
She's
she's had
spent.
enough. She's spent.
Yep. All right. Rose be able to like thumb through the journal. I think Lily was excited about looking at the wax thing for afterwards, but
Yeah, I kind of wanted to just pick it up, and if I have a pocket or a purse, like put it in there, just to have it ready.
If you're feeling a little
You think it's
ashy, you might just moisturize up. You never know.
does it smell
I
like?
was just recently thinking there might be some things I'd love to seal up, and this looks like,
Are you hoping that it's going to be whatever sealed the box before?
Maybe we should
do an investigation.
just real
yeah.
quick crack it open and
I'll take a
smell
sniff too, since I know what the smell smells like.
it. Yeah.
Investigation.
All right, let's investigate. Gonna do a
Investigate
mystery.
the horribly smelly liquid.
Oh man, we love those good smells.
I don't have investigate.
I think it would
So
normally
anything
be
that
like
would sit
spot
down
hidden,
into that.
but-
So for me,
What?
it'd be anything that would work for an investigation role. So spot hidden. There's no sense smell like
Yeah.
spot hidden. So spot hidden is
Yeah.
probably the most normal one out of there.
Okay.
We'll go spot
Would
hidden.
chemistry apply if you had it?
Chemistry, if you had it.
No.
There's always other things.
Yeah.
Even natural world, if you think it was a wax or something. But
I got a whole bunch of nothing.
whole bunch of nothing. And we got something. Just.
Oh, sorry, I had a little bit of a
That's okay.
glitch.
That's one
but,
success at least.
Yeah.
So it does smell very similar. But this smells far more potent.
Poisonous?
Potent.
Potent.
Stronger.
Oh, okay.
Fresh.
Are we able to discern any like strong smells as to ingredients from it?
No.
Anything? No. Okay.
This
First
is
smell.
That
It's got top notes of lavender, mid tones of jasmine, like
Musky.
Think,
You know,
think smelling salts.
I don't think it
In a
matters
wax.
what it's made of. It just matters that it smells like the thing that sealed it before. Whoops! I did not mean to click that.
Yeah.
That was me hoping to read the journal.
Yeah. So smelling salts
Well, you
in a wax, very,
extremely
very stinky.
succeeded at reading the journal.
Yeah. And we'll come back
I
to
didn't
that
mean to roll
in
that.
a moment. So because you are reading the journal, I'm really mean and I like doing this, so I get to give you the journal to read to everybody.
Yay!
All right.
Story time.
Because again, I'm really mean at doing this. I love this.
Read to us.
So there's number 1.
Okay.
Oh, I love reading out loud.
Dead 1A. The useful, if unorthodox, resident of the casket, our Sin Eater, is far as I can ascertain no creature currently known to science. Where it came from, and when, I do not know, nor did my predecessor from whom I inherited it, though it is undoubtedly many centuries old, if not more. Its uses have been many over the years, though it has predominantly been employed to rid certain socially conscious families of unwanted offspring, be they the result of centuries of inbreeding, unfortunate accidents, or other unwholesome activities. The legality of the creature's use is debatable, its efficiency is not, even in such cases where death by other means proved intractable. My conscience in this matter, and that of those who came before me, is clear. For many of the children would never have survived, regardless, given their deformities or other less obvious abnormalities. As for the rest, the Lord does not suffer such blasphemies to live.
That's part 1. Now part 2.
Well, isn't he just a bundle of sunshine? As in all things, safety first. Should the Sin Eater escape its confines, then the only way to recall it is to provide it with a suitably prepared patient, such that it becomes satiated and lethargic, and willingly returns to its coffers, inscribed in the spiral mark, in blood, preferably the patient's, but not essentially, on the patient's forehead. The patient does not need to be a child, but it must be human and, naturally, alive at the point of contact. Experiments with animals and corpses carried out by my antecedents were apparently most unsatisfactory. If the patient is conscious, then they will need to be suitably restrained. Once all preparations are complete, perform the recitation as phonetically transcribed below and permit the Sin Eater to perform its duties, after which it will return to the casket. Once it is within, close the lid and seal it immediately with liberal application of the aromatic wax ointment. Oh dear.
And number 3.
Good. Okay. I'm going to read the bottom part first because I have no idea how to pronounce the top bit. I was taught the Sin Eater can be summoned and directed to seek out a person at some distance if the correct phraseology is used, this being subtly different to the procedure previously noted, requiring modification to the simple pattern and phrasing. I detail this below, but worn, and the page is ripped. So I have a feeling that doing it like this means there are consequences. And there's a phrase and an altered symbol, which always good. And then, oh no, I found the patient list. If this man wasn't already dead, we'd be having different words.
Wait, what is the list?
What? Yeah, who's
The people that he's killed. Or that others... I'm going to assume that he's killed as they're from only about... By the way, I forgot to ask this before. What year is it?
1920s.
1920?
Yeah.
They're from about 40 years ago or so. So I'm going to assume that that's whenever he was practicing. The most recent one was last year.
Do we recognize any names?
There's no names, there's just letters.
Okay.
Letters, dates, and values to the right that I'm going to assume are money.
But if this is the case, it is already eaten? I mean...
But the person wasn't prepared. It did mention that the person needs to be prepared. We, unfortunately, to stop this thing, need a human sacrifice. Or we just need to leave.
Does it have to be human? I guess it.
Yes,
Yeah, he said.
they did
It
say
has
that.
to be.
Unfortunately, it has to be. So, Amelia, whatever your grandfather had gotten into, he had something unnatural that he was using to murder people with. Usually, rich people's children they didn't like, and then following that, he apparently it got out whenever your house was being robbed, and apparently the only way to get it back is for us to prepare somebody to kill it, to die, and then it'll go back in the box.
At this stage, can I get a sanity check from everybody except Rose?
Oh.
You've been very blasé. You've
I
been
know.
very blasé about
Isn't
it.
that amazing?
So I'm possessed, or something similar, so that's good.
No.
Ah, damn it.
So let's go through this. If you fail, you take 1 point of sanity damage. If you pass, you take 1 point of sanity damage. If you failed, you take 3. Aeon, Rose, add +1 Cthulhu Mythos, please.
Nice. Oh no. Oh no. You're gonna about to lose a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's usually a 1-to-1 ratio, but we'll see what happens.
No, it's not. It doesn't work that way.
Whoops.
Not always.
I did not mean to roll anyway.
You studied the book, because you read the book, which is what you did, library use. You could have just flicked through it. You take 6 sanity.
All right.
And because you came to the realization that all the victims, like these are all the victims, everybody take 2 sanity, please.
Okay.
No, everybody takes 3 sanity.
Including me as well?
Including
or
you.
Is that on top of my list? Okay,
Yes.
just want to double check.
Yes.
And that is, because I have the 6 points of sanity, I need to make an intelligence check, don't I?
Yes, you
If
do.
I go temporarily insane.
Yes, you do.
I'm also now down 6 points of sanity. Do
I
I
think
also?
it's, is it? No,
Is
I think
it
it's
all
only
at
in one
once?
go.
It's
Okay,
only one
it's
go.
all at once.
Two different
Okay.
instances. I lost 6 from the book.
Okay. That's why I didn't know if it was at
Oh,
once.
good! I succeeded. I am temporarily insane.
No.
Yep.
Oh, that's
All right.
As you
exactly
realise that
weird.
they have been doing this for years, and this is the patients, and this is all the. That's why there's so much money, and there's. You drop the flashlight. You drop the book. You drop the flashlight. The flashlight breaks. You now only have 1.
No.
And I don't think I've got the access to the actual rolls. I won't go into that. But do you want to end it here with that realization?
I mean, you currently have the phrase and a catatonic person who is going to suggest, "Well, screw it. This is a medical problem anyway." if you guys want to deal with the monster.
Oh, sorry. One other thing. You broke her. You broke Amelia. By accusing.
Yeah.
She
I
is
believe
I had
gone.
no doubt of that.
She is. What little sanity she had is gone.
I just assumed like catatonic weeping is what's
Yes.
happening now.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Or we can just do the rest of the house. What would you like to do? We are running a bit late today. We're running a bit longer. We can either stop it here or we can do a little bit more.
I do need to head out because I now have 30 minutes to do a once-a-month grocery shop.
No problem.
Go,
Okay.
go!
Okay, so we'll do this as the wrap up.
Yeah.
As
Try
the
not to go
realization.
temporarily insane at the grocery store.
Yeah, we'll do this as
Oh,
the
come on, we're
realization
in
of.
COVID.
Oh my god, this has happened. So, I'll give you a little bit of information as well. When looking around the rest of the house, she's catatonic. You can search the house how much you want. In her bedroom, you find links to. Easiest way of putting it, she's been in a sanitarium for a while. She's only just been released. That's what she was trying to hide all that time. She does not want to go back. She does not want to sound crazy. she does not want to go back. There was
Not
a
a huge
loss of her
surprise.
parents through an accident, which was the trigger that was done. She lost her parents at the same time as an accident. We ended up being in a sanitarium, then etc. The if you try to you can try to fight the thing. Not going to really work very well. There's a couple of things out there that might do something, but again, you could just sacrifice someone, and that's the moral choice. I did do a soft move on you earlier, which like the Powered by the Pockets, like if you left, everyone dies, and you essentially will be losing sanity every single week for the rest of your lives, and essentially end up in an asylum because you know that you're responsible for all those deaths. That was the warning before, the soft warning. If you started going down the road, yeah, you're going to have a lot of problems. That's when you pull out all the stops of the gym to go, nope, you're going the wrong way. But you did really well. I think you did well. What do you all think?
I think that I'd be kind of curious as to like what the group would do, because I know I, as Eon, would have a very different response from what Rose would do. So
I think that would be yes. The group might be a bit like, are you going to sacrifice someone? Are you going to go that far? Are you going to just try to fisticuff the enemy?
Jacob would not.
The lights.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jacob wouldn't have jumped in to do human sacrifice until it got a little bit worse. We'd have to lose one or two more people before he was up for human sacrifice.
I would probably say, just because I saw what had happened to Mary, I know that she basically unloaded a full register of gun bullet ammo up into it. I would probably say finding Billy and choosing him as a sacrifice would at least be the least.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
The least of the terrible choices would be what I would posit.
The person
Rose
who was
honestly
probably the last surviving member of the people who broke in and caused this to happen.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sorry, Rose, after reading the journal, would have been vindictive enough to have chosen Amelia.
It was
would
a
have been my
thought.
answer.
It would have been
That
a
would have been
thought, and I would have probably allowed it depending on how the group would have gone.
Yeah,
I would have.
But also, it would have been more her trying to do it subtly with like I'll stay with my patient while you guys go and
Oh,
go and get
okay.
Billy. And then you would just come back to the problem being either solved or Rose and Amelia dead.
Fair enough.
so there's lots of different ways that this game can be run. I mentioned a few things in the break as well, that like it's very open, and it's not just open for the players, it's open for the GM. Billy, you can have Billy not turn up at all. If the players are going through the woods to get to the place, you can find him in the woods on the run.
Oh, nice.
Or you could just find his body in the woods. Or you could have him essentially run towards the place, like run towards the cafe and die right in the windows, right in front of everybody. Like there's lots of different playthroughs, lots of different ways. And it's like, this is one of the few times it's like, wait, this is not just open for the players, this is really open for me. How do I want to do things? And I didn't know until people started reacting, and I was like reacting to you guys play just behind the scenes of like, how can I move this around? How can I trigger this and trigger this reaction? And I really wanted the Mary doing her hands like that because she's nervous, because she's waiting for her boyfriend to return in the rain, and now like Amelia's there. Why is Amelia there? She should like why is she there? Like, what happened to the robbery? And no one noticed I was doing this with my hands. It's like, okay, so you didn't know that? Great. She's got a 22 in the register. When the next person comes in from the robbery, she's going to explode. And then and I was just waiting for things like that to happen. It was like, I thought it worked really well. It's very different from the.
It was really
Haunting.
fun.
Yeah.
Very different from the haunting where you can walk away, and that's the
Oh
idea.
yeah.
This one you
Yep.
have to solve.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and any thoughts? Any other suggestions? Anyone?
Are there any other like secrets or traps or like sanity holes in the
Sanity
rooms?
grenades in this.
Yeah.
And
In
Oh,
the house?
probably.
There isn't much sanity loss actually. I put more in than actually written, because I think like some of the things like spotting the thing
Yeah.
for the first time
Yeah.
is like that should be one thing, and everybody witnessed that. I could have said no because it was just at the distance. You just like you hear and like it's just you hear and just like you know something's going on and not see it. One of the things in this is like I was reading up last night. It's like I was 90% finished, and it's like, oh, just found my first sanity roll. That can't be right.
Oh, yeah, that's very little sanity.
But that's why I did like I put in a few others here and there, but because that's how I like to do one shots. Like I want to try to pace a little bit, but it's also got lots of different ways. Like, okay, do you want to pace it like this? Do you want to pace it like this? Do you want to have that creeping doom and don't show it anywhere, but have that fear and everybody talking about this thing, but not being able to tell you what it does. Believe me, if it came into combat, you don't want it in combat.
That's why. That's why it's like I'm pretty sure this isn't after the first one and then seeing all the gunshots and you saying no, there's not a body in there. I'm like, this isn't a punchable solution.
No.
Just I don't want to call it early, but I don't feel like we can punch this away.
No. I was pretty sure it was not a punchable solution.
Yeah.
If you guys are okay, I don't want to interrupt you guys because you're all having fun, but I do need to go, so my
No
camera's gonna
We'll
pop out. Have a good night.
see you.
Good night.
We're going to have a little bit of weirdness in our overlay for the moment, but we can get that sorted quickly. But we will also, that's the one I was expecting. And I'm in 2 places. Yay!
Congrats.
Has to go. I'll fix that in a moment. Everyone's off screen, but they're still here. Don't worry about that. You can still talk. You can still hear you.
Woohoo!
There we go.
But no, I thought it was very good. It's definitely very different than the haunting for sure.
Oh, without a
Yeah.
doubt.
Because the haunting made me just turtle just a little bit. Like this one was definitely more of a long con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the haunting's very much split between investigation and like book work, and then
Let's go.
Yeah, and the scary. This is you're in it right from the start. There's a time frame as well, which we didn't need to do, but our show was time framed. Which is kind of why I wanted to do that. And why we wanted to do you want to finish there, or do you want to keep them going? And you can do that with games like this. You don't need to go into like we're going to sacrifice this player. You don't need to go to the conclusions. Like it's like this is a nice place to end, and just like what would have happened, what could have happened, without going into the details.
Wait, so how did Rose go temporarily insane?
Rose
Too much
went.
sanity loss at once.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not like how did it happen, but like what was the temporarily insane?
Well, if we kept on going, we would have had that all going on top of that, and we just like ended it. We just ended at that point there. If we wanted to keep it going, we would have had a temporary insanity. Would have had like that played out for the remainder of the session, and just see how it goes.
Are there different types of temporary insanity, or is it just like?
Oh yeah.
There's a good number of insanities. When it happens, the GM can, the GM has control over your sheet in somewhat, control over some of your actions. Like, I can force you to drop something, do it like that, dropping a torch, dropping something in your hand, or if there was a gun in your hand, force them to shoot. And if you're trying to sneak, and you trying to sneak and try not to make any sound, a gunshot is against your will, but you're spooked. You just, oh my god, and a gunshot happens.
Right.
Then you've shot your weapon. It could be gunshot on someone else. But we've avoided it kind of in the last two games, like in the Haunting and this, just because it's right at the very end, and we don't need to go into it. And like the longer running games, you do play for a bit more, and you can get those insanities earlier on. As I mentioned, this one is very much, you don't really start getting small sanity bits until right at the very end. And yeah, there's quite a few in small little parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't say the other one until we're offline. The other way of dealing with it until we're offline. Just spoilers.
Spoilers.
Because there is another way of dealing with it.
Another way of dealing with what?
With the light
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sacrifice isn't the only way to dealing with it.
I wanted to jump to the standard arson answer.
Just burn it.
I wanted to bring the second truck loaded with gas.
but did it have moonshine in it?
If it had moonshine, that would have made it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burn it with fire is a classic solution.
Yeah, does it have something to do with using light on the creature?
I'll tell you in a couple of minutes when we after our raid. So we'll do our wrap up. Aeon isn't able to do the wrap up, but had to rush off. So, Cest Caitlin, would you like to do your outro thingy? Well, I'll quickly find someone to raid. By the way, thank you everybody for the raids. I just want to do that quickly. We had
awesome.
Gilda Dudley, Gilda Dunay, and trying to find out other raids. Brothers in Dungeons. So thank you both for the raids. That's amazing. It's special that you want to raid us when it makes a big difference. And yeah, so thank you.
So I'm Kat. I am the French correspondent, Cest Caitlin, on Twitch as well as YouTube. We do voice acting sometimes. It is always very bad, but you know that the effort is there, and that is what matters. And we also do scary games because, you know, life is just a little bit spicier when you have a little bit of something that makes you go, woo!
And Mr. Live Producer said some examples: insanity, amnesia, psychosomatic disability, violence, paranoia. Violence always bad because it's usually not directed in the right direction. And you can just be forced to.
Were those all names of games?
No, they're all names of
consequences.
Consequences of temporary insanities. They can be temporary insanities, where you can be psychosomatic, where you can have a focus on a single thing, single object. You can just have random spouts of violence for 10 minutes, and if you're armed, that's not good. You can have no idea what's happening.
Oh no, Rose has the crowbar.
But someone had a pistol which wasn't pulled out. Snoozy, you had a pistol. Like your character has a gun
On your possession.
on your possessions.
I don't have possessions. Wait,
There's a
where?
tag. There's possessions.
On your character sheet.
Um,
I think it's...
She does psychosomatic damage, not physical damage. She wants to get deep into your problems.
Possessions.
It should be like character
32
sheet,
revolver?
background, skill.
Combat backstory. Oh my god.
Yep. But the gun wouldn't have done any good this particular scenario. So.
It's true.
Well-
Again, not a punchable.
Unless you wanted to shoot Mary in the beginning.
Right, that's true. That would be the only acceptable
I had
plan.
$60 on me this whole time.
Dang, you loaded.
People had money.
Jeez.
It's kind of weird.
True.
Yeah. That's why I want, because it's a one shot, I don't really care too much about hey, you can do this and that. You can buy things and whatnot. Because I'm not going to charge you because, it's not as important.
Yeah.
But of course, longer running games, you have to track things. Another thing about long running games, you have to track every time you make a success on something.
It's true, because then you might be able to bump it up later on.
Bump it at the end of a...
Yeah, because that's
level up.
in long running games. Every time you make a success on a check, you tick it, and when you're leveling up, you level up only the ones which you've ticked, only the ones which you've succeeded, and that's how you level up. So not everybody goes up at the same time in the same areas. It's just on what works for you, so it can get quite random.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So also physical hysterics and emotional outbursts is also a temporary insanity. So being slapped around about to get them out of temporary insanity is always funny. If you've watched, was it
Airplane?
Airplane? Yes, that's what I was thinking. Flying high was also what it used to be called in a different version of the game. Anyway, Phoenix, for you.
I'm Phoenix. I've been playing Jacob Carfax tonight, who wanted to be an arsonist and didn't get the opportunity, but maybe next time we play. I don't really do much outside of this that you can find me on. I am engaged in another group on Roll20, Rivers of Blood, Years of Darkness, where we play vampires. So it can be fun.
I miss Vampire. We're about to raid a vampire group, which is what I just clicked on.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, yes. Snoozy?
All right.
Oh, nothing much. I have a YouTube under Snoozy Games with me and my BFF playing Pokemon Gold and joking around.
We love Pokemon Gold.
We just thought recently of a really good idea, which is like name that Pokemon, but instead of it being like a silhouette and then someone who knows the Pokemon like can guess it, I don't know the first darn thing about any of the Pokemon, so he just shows me the full picture of the thing, and then it's like,
And you just make it up.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that is clearly a
Something.
Glorblocks.
Love it.
And honestly, I think my answers are usually more sensical than the actual names.
When it comes to Pokemon, I wouldn't doubt it. I don't follow it, so they always confuse me and they're always a bit weird for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my perspective. So we have a new show tomorrow. We're premiering or we're piloting something tomorrow because our normal game's not going to be happening. So we're just going, hey, what can we do? And there's something I've been wanting to do for a while. So we're actually bringing out a new game called Rolling Dice and Making Up Shit. So if you think that this was a bit chaotic, think about this. We're going to have players given an hour before the show. Like that's the time they have to make up their characters, with a few stipulations, one of which is they have to be in different game systems, and then I'm going to run a totally different game from the characters that they have. And so we're going to be mixing up rules left, right, and center. We're going to be rolling physical dice finally, which means I can't see their dice. They can't see my dice. I don't know their character sheets. Might not even know their system. They might not know my system that we're actually running the game from. So we can call bullshit on anyone, and it's all more about the person that gets away with the most. Well, the person that can call bullshit and have it proven that they're lying, they get points at the end of the day, and that's how it's going to work. So we're going to be very creative, very silly, and we're actually going to run through a starter set in that same format. So why not? It's going to be fun.
That's a great idea.
That's why we're doing it as a pilot, because I want to do this and I've been wanting to do this for a while. It's just stupid and hopefully very entertaining. So that's what we're doing. It's all about role playing and it's all about doing it. Whose role play is it anyway? Pretty much that, but that would be copyright, I'm sure. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Come back for that. We do have a credits roll, and we've had Syrinscape in our background with the stormy weather, and every now and then you'll see me look up, then come down, and then we have lightning, because it takes that delay of looking up, clicking on the two lightning thunders, and then coming back, and then I've been doing that all day. I've been trying not to do it in time to solutions to answers which are coming in, or I don't want to be tricked, but I've been doing that for a few. Like, oh, this is a good idea. Oh shit, I need to do that. Oh wait, and I've been triggering that on solutions and good stuff. So Whoops. Less random than you might think. So we'll have that tomorrow. Stick around for a raid. We're raiding WT Quest. They are playing Vampire the Masquerade right now. And go and share our love. So bye for now.
Wait, you're going to Vampire the Masquerade right now?
We're going to raid Vampire the Masquerade. So
Can I come?
yeah.
Yes, please do.
So bye.
Bye.